We hopefully can get started here in a minute.
All right, we're live.
I think there's other parties going on around town. If you guys are on the Crypto Mothers Telegram thread, I try to list all the events. What? We're live? Huh. I should probably actually get started then, huh? Okay. All right. Sylvia and Prof, do you want to come up with us, please? Of course. Okay. No, we'll trade off the microphone. We can do this. All right. Better? Okay. I'll stop being a spaz and stay over here. Try. No promises. All right. So, introductions. So some of these guys in the room, if you don't know, there's a handful of people that put Miami on the map for crypto, blockchain, Web3 back in the day. There was a few of us hosting meetups and advocating, not necessarily shilling so much, although some of you guys shilled, but teaching about blockchain and trying to advocate and show the world kind of, how it would disrupt industries, how it's going to innovate economic development and create a lot of opportunities, blah, blah, blah. So who was the first? Erica? Would we say Erica? Nick really, right? No? Okay. So Erica started Crypto Mondays, Lou Kerner's thing first, and she got a good crowd there. With Pedro, who runs Crypto Mondays in Puerto Rico, old school G, another old school or G.
I started in Miami.
Oh, I didn't know you started in Miami. Okay, so there you go. We're learning the history here. I love this. It's going to be even better when I have the special little tribute later. This is going to make it really. That's very cool to know. Okay.
I didn't even recognize him. Many ayahuasca.
I've seen him in 4 different events, and I didn't recognize him in any of the 4 because he looked very different every time. I saw you in Puerto Rico for the DAI blockchain thing and your Crypto Mondays. All right. Okay, so let's do introductions. So Erica's the first, and then we have a couple people.
I don't know about that, but I think it's been a small community in Miami for a long time. Around the time I remember when Crypto Mondays started, when Erica started holding Crypto Mondays, was one of my mentors' buildings over at it was our first cybersecurity school in downtown. And I was leading the Government Blockchain Association for Miami. I had met Brock Pierce at a Halloween party here in South Florida. And then we bumped into each other again in New York for the launch of EOS, where Michael, which started BitAngels, one of the co-founders of BitAngels, was a member. And then I learned from Brock that he raised $100 million that day. We were standing outside a cold night in New York City, rolling up something, and
something he kept on his neck.
And when I realized that this guy made $100 million in a day launching EOS, I was like, I really need to pay attention. And so I had received a couple of different calls and messages about starting the Government Blockchain Association. I was like, blockchain, what is that? And we got a bunch of other things to do. I've been really focusing. I started Logos Capital 13 years ago. I was about 4 years in when I got that call. And that really changed my trajectory. It was that moment outside of New York talking to EOS. Shortly thereafter, the conversation I was really keeping the dialogue on was Web3, more blockchain, not really much focus on crypto. And what we did is Crypto Mondays was talking about 100% crypto, less so the blockchain part. And so we decided to educate the public every month, talking about what are the different, my goal was, how do I get folks to understand all the different applications to blockchain technology? I'm gonna move over here a little bit. What are the different applications to Web3 that we should know about? Land title, citizenship, personal ID, identifications, intellectual property. And everyone really only understood. And today, 10 years later, we're still seeing folks really understand crypto, not blockchain.
Tokenized properties, RWAs.
And I believe that, and I think a lot of the conversation we're going to be having here with our fireside chat later about government and what's going on with the Freedom Act and the rest is going to continue to talk about the future of crypto being blockchain. But the initiation is definitely crypto. Yep. And so we see, Erica Gemma start Crypto Mondays over at, I think it was I2 Lab. It's called I2 Lab. with Wasim, which sat on the board of the mayor with me back at the time under Tomaso Regalado before Francis Suarez came into the picture. And a few years later, that Crypto Mondays turned into the Blockchain Center.
Yes.
And
Well,
we really,
first the Bitcoin Center.
the Bitcoin Center.
We went through all the evolutions of what was cool. It was crypto, then it was good.
I think
People
it's really,
used it synonymously, but like
Right.
it wasn't cool to say crypto then. You wanted to be blockchain. Now Davos is saying crypto and the Holiday Podcast is saying crypto again. So I'm like, all right, just run with it. Whatever.
And that's because crypto years are a lot faster than everything else, right? And it's really important where people are like crypto, not blockchain, blockchain, not crypto. Now we're almost like crypto, not blockchain, blockchain, not crypto.
Web3,
Anyways,
DeFi, it goes on and on.
You guys might appreciate that here in the crowd. Anyway, Nick, thank you for supporting our community very early on. I know that you were there for that launch. I was there. Francis Suarez was there. A lot of us here in the room. Pravi, I remember, was there. Art, which is also around
Art,
here.
raise your hand. That's an OG.
Yeah.
That's one of our
Art was
OGs.
there.
Art's the guy that'll show up anywhere and hack shit for you. I'm like, Art, fix this. He's like, okay, I got it.
I think that's it. I think from this room,
No,
that was anybody else?
yeah, okay, you might be right. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I need to introduce myself.
Then Robin was there.
So I'll introduce myself,
Yeah.
and then I'll hand over the mic so we can get started with the real stuff. So I've been a recruiter for 20-something years I hate saying that, it ages me, but it's here in South Florida. And I always really fostered innovation and things that drove innovation, especially things that might actually help humanity in some kind of meaningful way, or at least had a really good use case. So thank you. I organized TEDx events, hackathons, all these groups, started user groups, associations, whatever. But I've also advised and ran startups throughout that time. So in 2010, I got into AI. I was advising and incubating basically an AI company. I kept saying 2011, but I looked it up the other day. I was at a Singularity Party at Institute, Singularity Party in 2010, when they celebrated Watson beating Jeopardy on national TV and Ray Kurzweil being on the cover of Time magazine, saying that we're going to hit singularity by 2045, I think it was. Anyway, so AI since 2010. I was following Bitcoin and certainly like kind of the crypto movement, understanding that it was going to do like really profound things, not so much on the investment side. I'm a dumbass, obviously. And then I got really deep in about 2017. And so first conference I went to, everybody was dropping the name. So I started going to conferences just to learn and do a deep dive of education. Everybody starts dropping the name Brock. I'm not representing a company or a product. I just was there to learn and figure out who's the smartest players and who's building the meaningful shit. So I'm like, I don't know who this Brock guy is, but I'm going to meet him and party with them or do something with them. So I met Brock in 3 months later in Vegas. It was the 10th anniversary of Bitcoin white paper. And I was like, oh, we're both speaking at the Diplomat in Miami, whatever. So that conference imploded. When that conference imploded, I put together a conference in 3 weeks. And I single-handedly put together the first Miami Blockchain Week. Almost single-handedly, like literally built the stage, did the PR, whatever. Thank you. And then I had suggested to Erica that
It was awesome.
It was the content on that day was just the civic discourse was awesome. The lunch failed because something always goes wrong. But anyways, so then I suggested to Erica that she get Mayor Suarez to officially dub it Miami Blockchain Week. That was during Art Basel, so it probably wasn't the best week. Then they later carried the torch with the Bitcoin Center, Bit Basel, or what became Bit Basel, I guess, with Scott and all those guys and whatever. So this year, and the reason I'm bringing that history is that this year I'm going to reinstitute the Miami Blockchain Week. It'll be during May when we have the crypto world, now we can say crypto again, descend on the 305 because consensus is here and so everybody will be here. I've just convinced the Solana Foundation to start their super team here. So I don't know if anybody met Nikki this week, but they decided to have their big conference here during Miami Blockchain Week so that they can take advantage of the fact that we have all these people here then too and get founders and startups and investors and whatever and dial them up. So that was a very long-winded introduction, but thank you for humoring me. Let's get the judges up here and let them introduce themselves and then we'll start with the pitches. So we'll start with the most famous, Nick Spanos.
Yeah, and let's real quick. I don't know if you wanted to say, Nick. I know you're the legend, and then after Nick, I'm going to pass the mic to talking about EOS being my inspiration. The president of EOS in Miami is one of the other BitLords here, Pravi. Let's give Pravi a round of applause. He's on our steering committee.
All right.
So I just want to thank everyone for coming and supporting the community. In fact, this event wouldn't be possible without the people in this room and on live stream. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And it's good to see a lot of old friends again after years.
No, give yourself credit for how long you've been and what you've done. Yes, You were doing more stuff than most of us. Like,
Okay, yeah. So we try to keep it like focused on crypto tonight. So in the crypto world, Captain Bitcoin online. We do a lot of superhero skits, and they're pretty fun. You know, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, you can play an Ethereum villain. So do that.
if anybody was doing more events than anybody else, I might do like kind of big events like this or like professional ones. This dude's always doing events. He's on the scene every day, all Tri-County. Doesn't matter where I was. It was an AI thing. He was there. He did a lot, and we appreciate everything he did. All right, Nick.
Hello.
Hello.
What do I say? All right. So who am I?
You're the guy that made a documentary that said the first man through the door gets shot. That's
I
why
didn't make
Charlie
the
Shrem
documentary.
went to
They
jail.
followed me around for like 2 years. Okay. A Netflix documentary called Banging on Bitcoin. Well, I'm a technologist. When I was a kid, when I was 13, I built a computer with a soldering iron. I was a Heath kid. That was 1978. I'm old. And I built like remote control airplanes and bombs and stuff. So I lived out in the country, whatever.
Redacted.
Potato cannons. And, you know, I was very interested throughout my whole life in technology. So I tried to make businesses with the computer. I should have just built more and sold them, but I didn't know how to do it. I knew how to do it, but I didn't know that was a business. Like Dell knew that. But,
Started the Bitcoin Center in New York.
I'm almost there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, but to get there, it's 1 second. So I got into the real estate business because I made real estate software and I saw how much money they were making. And I said, I can do that shit. So I got into the real estate business, made a whole bunch of money. I wrote software. And then,
Slumlord in New York.
no, I was out on the end of Long Island.
Slumlord.
I'm not a slumlord, am
Why?
I?
Was he renting
So
to you?
then,
I know a few people who's rocking it.
What's he talking about? So then the stock market crashed. That's 1987. And I lost everything. And I became a commercial fisherman. And then all of a sudden I see on TV, I became a commercial fisherman, for real. And on TV, I see the news. They're following around Greenspan, who was the chairman of the Federal Reserve. They said, "Oh, if his briefcase was wider, we might not have had the crash because he might not have did something with the rate, the lending rate and stuff." I was like, "Who the? I can curse you. Who the fuck is that motherfucker?" Because I was 22 and a half or 23. I lost everything. I thought I was gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
So I was so fucked. I go, "Who the hell's that guy? That guy owns me." I thought it was gold because on TV they tell you about the Fort Knox and all bullshit, right? You only have like 3 channels. I was like, that motherfucker owns me. I went to the library and I found out that the Federal Reserve was fake. The money's fake. Everything's fake. And I freaked out. And then I was delivering the fish to New York City, 100 miles away. And my sister was going to political campaign. I went and I took over the political campaign and I was in politics. And then, whatever. So I supported candidates who wanted to fuck with the Federal Reserve. And, a week before
Last
the
name
election,
Paul.
the news would like destroy them. And then Ron Paul. I worked for Dr. Ron Paul. I put him on the internet because I had campaign management software that I wrote and data for politicians and all this shit. I was trying to sell. I was selling it, whatever. And then I worked for Dr. Ron Paul, who wanted to end the Fed. He wanted to audit the Fed and then end it. So we made him popular. And then they kept destroying us right before Election Day. And then one day I said to myself, you know what? Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, in 2009, some girl was waving the fucking white paper at me at Fort. Where did they freeze? Valley Forge, event at Valley Forge. I was like, oh, that can't work because I tried with my friend and partner, Steve. I don't know if he wants me to say the last name. I'm not going to. We built something called MindPay in 2004, 2005. MindPay and MindCash. And but it was centralized, so I go, that's not gonna work. I said not reading it, whatever. And then after Ron got destroyed, I go, I'm gonna make Bitcoin my candidate because they can't destroy Bitcoin on election day. Every day is election day for Bitcoin.
Drop the mic.
Then So the same people that were talking bad about Ron, lying about Ron, were lying about Bitcoin. Economists, all these fucking same characters. I was like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, I don't want to believe in conspiracies. I said, you know what? Oh, and then when I tried to rent a booth at the New York Stock Exchange, they laughed me out of it. So pinball machine money or gaming, whatever. I forgot what they called it, whatever. So I said, fuck them. I'm going to open my own exchange right next door on the ground floor. And that's what I did. I opened my own place in 2013, 6,000 square feet, high ceilings on the ground floor in this Thai building. And we're all trading, live pit. And, years later, Erica said, I want to open up in Miami. I said, yeah, I'm going to open up in Miami. Open up all over the world. Opened up in Taba Valley in Saudi. Opened up in all over, a lot of places. Dubai, Switzerland, Paris, not Paris. Those are the other guys.
You heard it.
In
We need a
Cannes.
Paris.
So that's my fucking story.
Stick it out.
That's it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Thank you, Spanos. Always a pleasure. He's also one of the people that helped turn Miami into the hub, obviously, with opening the Bitcoin Center in America. All right, Brian, do you want to go next? Get up here.
Hello. I'm going to go fast because I want to hear the pitches. But Brian Brackeen, Lightship Capital. Brian Brackeen, Lightship Capital. Brian Brackeen,
I'm
Lightship
sorry.
Capital.
Go ahead. Go.
Okay. My crypto thing is Miami entrepreneur, started a company here in 2012. Some other OGs around here before Miami was cool. Did an ICO in 2016, raised $5 million, and it was securitized. Before that was cool. And then
Wait, what did you do with Spanos?
we securitized the token.
securitized.
Yeah. Before that, it was a word back then.
I was like, wait, you're part of Securitized,
Yeah, now
the
it's a
company?
company. It was a word
Yeah,
back then.
okay,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sold the company in 2018, became an investor. Now we have 5 funds. The largest is a fund of fund, $350 million, raised $220 million so far. And I'm really excited to be here tonight.
So chump change. All right. And Black Tech Week. One of the reasons I love him is that because he goes after or helps.
Yes.
He set up a lot of really powerful programs and ways to empower the investors who usually don't get the investment. So Black Tech Week, women.
Yes, we invest
Tell
millions
us.
of dollars every year into women and minorities in tech. Pretty much everybody in this room is eligible, so we're really excited about that. We also own Black Tech Week. Last year, it was 7,500 people in Cincinnati. We expect 10,000 this year. I'm going to give you a code for free tickets for everybody here tonight.
Hell yeah. Maybe we'll do a whole event just for that. Also, did you tell them about your place in Cincinnati?
No, what about it?
Tell them, because a lot of these people are digital nomads, so we're getting started.
I don't even actually know what the thing is.
Oh, the office? Do you still have an office?
Oh, you're talking about the Frickler, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, no. All right,
Okay,
all right,
doesn't
moving on because we're running out of time. So sorry. Stuart, would you like to come up next? Can you start with your full name, please? Since I don't know if everybody has. Yes.
Okay, my full name is Mr. Stuart MacDonald. I live in London, and I know a few of you. I come to Miami fairly frequently, spend more time in New York, quite a bit in Texas. I'm chairman of a digital assets manager and AI-infused fintech. We're doing 2 things at once called Level 3. That's in Dallas. I'm also on the advisory boards of 5 blockchain-related enterprises, companies active in and around this space, and have part of each of them. I also am involved in allocating money, especially in the context of an endowment where I'm in charge of what they do. That's over in the UK. I also have a long-running radio show that has quite a big listenership over here called the Naked Short Club. It's been going since 10 days before Lehman Brothers blew up. About half the time we talk about this sort of thing, simply because it's interesting, but we talk about other things as well. It's on Resonance FM, which is a station with 5 million listeners that a lot of Americans liken to National Public Radio, but they take our content, not the other way around. But so far as this space is concerned, I'm chairman of the advisory board of BitAngels in London, and that's.
And we're very happy you came across the pond and joined us
Thank you
tonight.
for letting me join.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you. Pedro or Eric? Eric or Pedro? I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Eric. Come on.
I'm tech support. I'm not judging.
I know. I'm kidding.
Where do you want me to stand? Want me to-
Right here because we're kind of filming there.
All right.
Gives nice visibility.
All right. Hey, everyone. Eric Mendelson. I'm a recovering music executive. I've worked with some of the biggest artists in the world, and I've also signed some of the biggest artists in the world. I moved from New York in 2005. I created a music tech startup, and I won TechCrunch Disrupt in 2007, which is the biggest startup pitch competition in the world. And I was the first entrepreneur in Miami to ever win that distinguished award. I also, like Brian, who is a real Miami OG, did an ICO out of Miami back in like 2016, 2017. I think Brian and I were the two first entrepreneurs in Miami to actually launch a token from Miami. It was a lot harder then to do it than it is now. Today, I'm America's biggest cryptocurrency focused real estate agent. I created the first cryptocurrency real estate division for one of the largest brokerages in the world. I'm also a mortgage loan originator. That's what I do during the day. At night, I advise for Pointer Capital. Pointer Capital is an early stage investment fund that invests in AI, blockchain, and smart cities. I'm sure you can imagine what side of the spectrum I'm on. It's blockchain. I also advise for a marketing large language model startup called IrmaToken.ai. And on our board is the Brad Hilton from the Hilton family office. And I am also raising a $100 million fund to acquire music royalties, which I can leverage and buy Bitcoin as the first Bitcoin asset treasury company in the world, supported by Real Yield, which is supported by music royalties. So like the Michael Saylor of the music industry.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And what was the name of the thing you just mentioned? I'm sorry, because I didn't catch it.
Well,
Or
Pointer,
the last part.
the music,
Never mind.
sorry, IrmaToken.ai is a company that I advise for.
Okay.
But I'm also an advisor for Pointer Capital, which
Yes.
is who I'm representing tonight.
Yes. Okay, Pointer Capital. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for stepping up last minute. That was amazing. Eric. All right, so let's get the startups up here. Everybody who is pitching, raise your hand if you're pitching. Oh, Bobby, I'm so sorry. I'm running on very little sleep. No disrespect. I'm very happy that you came to join us.
No worries. I'll keep it brief. I'm Bobby, joining from New York. I work for a company called Coin Fund, one of the oldest kind of institutional grade crypto investors in the space, founded in 2015. We have two funds that we invest in founders out of, a seed stage fund and a Series A plus fund in aggregate. That's about $500 million that we were trying to deploy right now. Personally, I've been investing in crypto since about 2021. Started at a crossover Tiger Cup hedge fund out of Boston. Was a partner at Polychain Capital for about 3 years and joined Coin Fund about 1.5 years ago. So excited to hear some pitches and have some great chats. Thanks.
Bobby, thank you so much for stepping up to join us this evening. All right, so we did not get our BitAngels logo up in time. We're going to change that in a minute. But Donify, for using their computer, got a lot of visibility tonight. So thank you for letting us use your laptop. Come up and start the evening for us. Please introduce yourself first with your full name.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick is back. We have all our judges. Yes. Okay. Please go ahead.
Thank you for having me. My name is Josh Kim. I'm with Donify, or I guess we spent quite a bit of time getting all the tech set up, so that was the free exposure. I appreciate you guys for that. But yeah, I'll get into our pitch. So what happens when fundraising campaigns become politically inconvenient for the centralized platforms that host them? If anyone's familiar with GoFundMe or some of the other centralized platforms, they've had a lot of issues over the past couple of years with freezing accounts, freezing campaigns, holding money. How many people remember what happened in Canada with the truckers that were protesting the vaccine mandates? Okay, quite a few hands here. Yeah.
All right, 5 minutes.
Yeah, so just that as an example, that's an example of kind of some of the issues that they've run into. They shut down campaigns because it doesn't politically align with their narratives, or they're worried about regulatory reasons for compliance, right? Donify operates beyond borders, banks, or censorship. Our mission statement is to build a platform that will allow anyone to donate money and anyone to be able to receive money without threat or concern over a centralized entity shutting them down. Centralized entity could be a government, a bank, or the third-party intermediary hosting the campaign itself. We're building infrastructure for the next generation of charitable giving by building a truly decentralized platform. Right now, the crowdfunding and charitable giving market, it's about a $250 billion a year market. There's a lot of money that's flowing around. People are trying to donate money to causes that they want to support, but they don't always have the most convenient method to do so, right? The premise of crypto, it's what? It's to have censor-proof transactions, to be able to get money from point A to point B without having to ask for permission from somebody else, right? Friction in transactions, it's inevitable when politics are involved with regulation. And unfortunately, that's what plagues a lot of the centralized platforms that are out there right now. GoFundMe, Patreon, PayPal, all frequently shut down campaigns or creators just because it doesn't align with their political narratives. So the market opportunity for us right now comes into three big things. There's trust in institutions that have collapsed, whether that be banks, the financial intermediaries, or the centralized platforms that are often hosting these types of crowdfunders, right? Blockchain users' experience has increased significantly, making it a lot easier for people to use blockchain technology, even if they're not the most tech savvy. And the third big thing is that geopolitical pressure and fragmentation is making it a bigger necessity to have truly neutral payment rails. It's a necessity, not a luxury. So why now and what do we do? Donify removes a single point of failure from the equation entirely because we're non-custodial. Our platform is structured in such a way that when you donate to a campaign, the funds flow directly to the end campaign recipient through a smart contract. Everything we put together, it's built by code, not by subjective policy enforcement, right? Our transaction logic is governed by code, and because of that, we're not governed by all the regulatory licenses and headaches.
The other mic is somewhere.
Somebody else. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay. So we don't touch the money, we don't hold it, and we can't freeze it or redirect it through our platform, even if we wanted to, right? So from a competition standpoint, you're on the competition slide. Competition. Yeah. There's nobody else out there that's truly built a platform kind of like what we're encompassing. There's a couple platforms out there that are more for business fundraising. If you wanted to raise money and raise equity through crypto, there's solutions that are available for that. But if you want to go donate to a humanitarian effort, there's nothing available right now for it, which to me, it's a little bit crazy. I don't come from a crypto background, and the concept of no one's built a system to allow people to donate crypto to charitable causes, it's a little bit beyond me. So nobody else is doing it, and there's a lot of issues with all the existing platforms, like I've said. So there's a huge blue ocean market opportunity for us. Our revenue model is pretty simple. We take a flat transaction fee off the top, and then one of the other things that we do is we have a opportunity to get transaction fees off of the on and off ramp splits. So one of the big things that we're doing with our platform is we're making it easy for anyone to donate, whether they own crypto or not. They can donate through a credit card or a debit card through an on-ramp partner. There's revenue opportunities associated with us being able to take transaction fees out of that as well from our partners. And our go-to-market strategy right now is mainly to just partner with existing NGOs and nonprofit organizations, creators, and cause of the day. Any campaign that's got some traction to it that is looking to get some additional crowdfunding eyeballs on it. So I'm going a little bit over. I was told to prep for a little bit longer. So anyway, overall, that's we've got a pretty experienced team of people with crypto backgrounds, finance backgrounds, a variety of technology backgrounds as well. Turpin's our lead investor, great guy to know, helping us get a lot of press out there. But yeah, happy to answer any questions. Oh yeah, forgot or ask. Yeah, and we're raising $1.5 million right now at a $10 million valuation for our seed round. So and yes, right now it's mainly through equity, but we will also be granting a token warrant to any investors that are, if and when in the event we do launch a token down on the road. So anyway, wrapping that up. Happy to answer any questions. Oh yeah, and our tech is almost done. We should have it done in the next week or two here.
All money's for marketing.
Yeah, and all the money that we're raising right now is going to be going for marketing and operations.
I didn't know that it's not AI.
Huh?
That it's real.
What do you mean AI?
Send some
One of
money,
the
don't worry.
projects.
We'll show you. Send some money, we'll show you. I'll send you a link next week.
Oh yeah. So your question was like, how do you know that? So one of the things we're doing is in order to sign up to create a campaign, there's going to be an identity verification process. So you have to submit an ID, link a phone number and an email before you can actually create a campaign. So that helps us filter out people setting up fake campaigns to go just run away with the money.
GoFundMe just puts a wallet on their platform. How do you compete with that?
So that's actually a great question. We fundamentally don't think that they're ever going to do that because they're regulated as a money service business. And because of that, it kind of it would create a huge conflict for them if they wanted to come in and do it how we're doing it. They could, in theory, try to set something up like that, but it really goes against their business model as a whole. They would have to kind of break down their whole business model and reinvent it in order to really, accept crypto and do what we're trying to do here.
Because of the fact that we don't have a money transmitter license, we're non-custodial.
Part of this thing?
Yeah, he's one of our co-founders. he's on tech support right now,
I know
though.
you got different braids there, damn it, but I'm
You gotta stand up.
I mean,
You gotta stand
I know
up.
you white people have
It
no
looks like
idea.
third-party independent.
I'm tech support.
Yeah.
No, because we're non-custodial, because of the fact we're non-custodial, we have the ability, the money moves instantly. So
We don't take custody of the funds, so we don't have to
Nick sets up a
register as an
campaign,
MSP.
You send the money, he gets it instantly. GoFundMe can't do that with the money transmitter license. They have to settle the money. They hold the funds. They can also freeze the funds. We can't freeze your funds because they don't sit with us at all. Period.
When do they freeze the funds?
They custody of the funds.
If they don't like your campaign, they shut it
Yeah,
down.
they don't like you if you talk about the wrong thing, or if you get deplatformed. A variety of people have been deplatformed, right? In just the U.S. and also too different types of situations you can't raise on GoFundMe. Not to mention, if you look up GoFundMe, they are right now. They made campaigns, 100,000 plus churches against their knowledge, and then they'll call you up. They'll be like, "Hey, if you make a profile on GoFundMe, we got $10,000 here for you." GoFundMe's got a lot of dirty press right now.
I don't know what that means. They're saying that they over.
They have made over 100,000.
What they did is they created pages for nonprofits,
They
were
didn't know.
soliciting donations on behalf of the nonprofits, but then the nonprofits didn't have any knowledge of what was going on. So they were going to just raise the money for them and then notify them, hey, we raised money on your behalf. And if they didn't accept it, they got to redirect it and do whatever they want.
So they're like the Wells Fargo of retail
Yes.
banking.
Yeah. They're like Wells Fargo for
Big
crowdfunding.
check.
And it's only US dollar and US dollar out. We have major fiat in, major crypto in, major crypto out, major fiat out. Campaign organizer can set up how he wants the funds to be.
How many have you done?
Huh?
The tech is not live yet, so we haven't actually launched any campaigns yet.
Actually, I'll send you a link as soon as we're done.
Yep.
So when the Ukraine stuff started happening,
Exactly.
people were posting public addresses on Twitter,
Yeah.
saying send it here.
Yeah.
That's like basically the core payments functionality of what you're providing. So my question is, what is your like wedge? Is it kind of the identity piece that you add to that says, here's the address, and I'm going to confirm that this is a real person that is going to use the funds in the way that you say, or is it discovery?
It's a couple of those things. So yes, you nailed one of those things. It's there's a social element to it. It was like, hey, here's where to send money. But the other big thing that we're doing is we're integrating on-ramps so that if somebody doesn't have an existing crypto wallet, let's say somebody isn't crypto familiar, they're not familiar with how to purchase crypto, you can still send money to a campaign because it'll go through an on-ramp. So they just link their debit card or credit card. And so that's really one of the biggest things that we think is going to be helpful, because a lot of people on the recipient side may want to receive money in a stable coin, for example, but the people that they're soliciting donations from may not necessarily know how to go set up a wallet, transfer money to it, and do that. But yeah, to your point, it's the identity verification, the social element, and the integrated on and off ramps that we think are going to be the biggest sell points to it for people.
Perfect. Quick
Last
follow-up.
question.
Just quickly following up, doesn't the choke point for the regulators then become the on and off ramps? Like if they don't like them funding those people, doesn't they go after the on ramps instead of you guys?
Correct, but the way that it's working, it's kind of like a truncated process. So people are purchasing crypto on the spot, and then it gets sent like right after. So there's really no way, you can't block someone. You can't really say, hey, we don't like this campaign. We're just going to say that this is a blacklisted wallet address from anyone sending money to it. So like, in theory, yeah, I understand your point, but yes.
You didn't have time to talk about the technology, the technical technology
Correct.
inside all that much. But it's a really trite question, but it has to be asked. What have you got by way of technology that someone else can't simply look at and replicate easily?
I mean, in theory, someone could take from a technological standpoint, what we're building is not overtly complicated. So, to your point, someone could go out there and replicate the technology once we're done building it. But we really think that the biggest advantage we have to negate that is just first mover advantage. If we're the first people out there really building and putting our name out there for it, I don't come from a crypto background, but the fact that crypto's been around for so long and nobody's built a system like this, to me indicates that it's, that's really going to be our biggest moat. It's just first mover advantage.
And we have relationships with a lot of big organizations and influencers. Like I've done a lot of work with
Power on.
with nonprofit organizations organizations over the past 10 years in crypto. I've raised a lot of money for a lot of different organizations. So as soon as we get the tech done, we just partner with these organizations to get them out there. Those organizations raise money typically at the end of the year, so I don't anticipate that being too major until later on in the year. Also with influencers as well for crisis. God forbid when natural disasters happens, especially overseas, particular influencers will actually get interested in raising funds for them. Most notably, the latest one was the hurricane in Jamaica, right? So if you get with a like a big reggae star or something that they want to attach their face to raising funds for Jamaica, then we partner with them and they'll help us get out there organically as well.
I think we've got a question from the audience right behind you.
Yeah, man, it's more of a statement.
Okay.
On the piece of like cooking regulators, just add pressure points into on and off ramp services.
Right.
And a piece I wanted to add there, because I'm very involved in the payment space, both on and off ramp side, the shielding's available, and like there's no way you'd be moving enough volumes where they shut that down. And what that looks like is like, I'll give you an example because I just did a deal with this.
Right.
Took the on and off ramp processors for like McDonald's and Wendy's because they had like many billions like per year running through them.
Yeah.
And they're putting other markets underneath that, and then as a result, like the feds can't touch it.
It was like a mixer almost.
Pretty much, it's a TradFi mixer for dealing with Web3, if you will.
Sorry, we're just so people are clear. So questions from the audience that I think can come later.
Okay. All right.
We really have to keep it. That's
Yeah, we gotta
4
move.
and 4.
Yeah.
4 for presentation.
Let's wrap.
4 for
Sorry for the
questions.
questions.
Our last question, I guess. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
We're gonna have breakout rooms for questions. Don't forget, go to the breakout room if you have questions. Grab them and take it. Get it to the opportunity.
I will be keeping time for
See,
4
you
minutes.
wanted me for tech support. See.
All right. Alex, you want me to pull up your deck?
Maybe, or I'm just going to bring my laptop.
Yeah, bring your laptop. All right, so we have a couple of people on deck. Startups, raise your hand really quick. I just want to get some quick housekeeping rules in place. So we're gonna have Alex of Web3 Enabler next. Then it's going to be Lloyd. You're on deck. Okay. What other startups that are here in the room that are supposed to be presenting? So after Alex, and then you. What's your startup? Right Path, and yours?
Venture OS.
EU is approved, so we might cut it short on time. Can't promise you guys for sure, but we're gonna do the best we can. If
Okay.
we can, I promise you another opportunity. Did you receive an email or WhatsApp that you were approved?
Yeah. So then it will be Marin after that,
We'll take yours.
and Web3. My circle. Yeah. So we're gonna have we have our top 5. Alex, once you're on deck, you can unplug.
When I raise my hand, you have 30 seconds left.
Thank you, Eric. Chad. Everybody's taking care of here.
Yes, please.
We need
Oh, the clock. You think the Samsung remote? That clock's ticking already. The clock's ticking. What's going on?
Some technical issues. Definitely, this is my fault.
You got 2 minutes left.
You have 30 seconds left.
It's special.
Dear God, take the goddamn song.
All right.
20 seconds left.
If all right.
I'm good.
All right, let's start the timer.
Hi, I'm Alex Hochberger, founder and CEO of Web3 Enabler, the Salesforce ISV partner for all things blockchain and crypto. Money currently moves on rails that are about 50 years old, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, Visa, MasterCard. We know that's all moving to the blockchain. But existing corporate systems don't talk to the blockchain. Our solution, partner with the major CRM and ERP solution providers, companies like Salesforce and Oracle, to go and bring it to the corporate sector. We know stablecoins have established themselves as the first real use case for blockchain in corporate America, and the size that are big, and the total global payment space, 150 trillion a year for B2B payments. So the Genius Act passed in this past July,
giving us our first regulatory framework. So that's why now. So why Salesforce? The least crypto EF companies you could imagine. They are, in addition to doing 30 some much $billion a year of sales, their app exchange market is 140 billion. Their entire ecosystem is 1.5 trillion. 150,000 companies use Salesforce, including 91% of the Fortune 500. And of those companies, 90% use one or more products from the app exchange from companies like mine. And we like the fact that Salesforce grows by acquisition, up to 73 now, most recently Informatica for 8 billion. My partner and I, we first did creditcards.com in the early 2000s. We've done a series of businesses on and off over the years. I graduated from MIT and Duke. My partner Peter is Tufts and Yale. So, you know, even though we're a Miami-based company, we do have our roots in the Northeast. The rest of my team doesn't look like a crypto team. Chris is one of my early investors, advisors. He spent 9 years at Salesforce and 14 years in the ecosystem. Aiden's an expert on crypto accounting and one of our early investors. And we have legal and community outreach. We work with the boring companies, Salesforce, Zoho, QuickBooks, or Intuit, Crypto's API, Alchemy, and Auth0 core parts. We are, as clients or partners, Circle, Ripple, Valor, Bridge, working with Coinbase. Project Catalyst funded us, and Trustware, who makes a swapping tool. So things we've already implemented. On Treasury, sending payments, Salesforce native wallets that require no crypto knowledge, on-ramps and off-ramps using ACH Wire, SEPA, all the toys. We built for digital assets a new tool for banks and financial institutions to monitor their clients' held away assets. That means if you're financial advisors at Merrill Lynch, they don't see your crypto, they need this tool. So that's a new tool we launched. We started with bespoke implementations on these grant funding. We then moved to get our MVPs up and running, and now we are focusing on growth in the channel. We work with big companies. We built XRP for Salesforce. We did a project, Ada Wallet for Salesforce, and the Web3 wallet was the Circle wallet sponsored by Cubic Labs and Circle. We have 6 apps live in the Salesforce App Exchange today. They're one-click installs. We have 2 more under security review right now. They come in those 2 families. The others are extensions for specific parts of the product. Salesforce runs a lot of events, and that's why we're raising money. It's go-to-market. Dreamforce, before the COVID, was 160,000. It's now 40,000 in person, 200,000 online. They do 25 world events around the planet for system integrators to learn about what products to buy for their clients. And there are 50 community events called Dreamin'. We got a lot of traction out of Ghana, and one of my guys is on his flight to Cairo as we speak. It's a massive market, 150,000 companies, times 8,000 per year spend. That's 1.2 billion in annual revenues, and that's just on what we've got right now. We've got a lot of support here in Miami and New York. We were here in the Built in Miami program, Venture Miami. We work with Game Ventures in New York, Cubic Labs in Boston, and all these. We're doing a convertible note right now to fund the African campaign. We're raising $500,000. We're about half committed. We then plan for larger investments, the seed round. And the reason for that is Salesforce Ventures won't talk to us to Series A. So they're very excited to talk to us as soon as I can get through all the steps. So most of that is for marketing. It's going to these conferences and a little bit to continue ongoing development. But our apps are live. If you want a copy of the deck, there's lots of videos that are fun. And we're at Web3 Enabler on all social media.
Thank you.
Appreciate my MIT shout-outs.
Okay, in the interest of time, we've got 4 minutes. I'll get to the point. It looks very impressive, but why haven't you raised the money already? What objections have you run into?
Largely, the first 2 startups I did and I sold, we didn't raise funds. We just bootstrapped and sold. And when I went to go raise VC rounds, everyone wanted to know about my angel round. Then when I went to raise an angel round, they all wanted to know about my friends and family. So I had to join an accelerator. So I came here in an accelerator and I called friends like my friend Andrew and said, I need you to wire me 10 grand because I'm supposed to get 50 to 100 grand between 5 to 10 people. And that's how I've been raising funds.
And for how long have you been doing
it? We started up this company about 14 months ago. And this bridge round, we started in December to focus on the Africa campaign.
Okay, last question, how much runway you got?
6 months.
How much have you spent so far?
We've spent about 500,000, 600,000.
How long? 6 months?
About a year and a half.
So who's using it right now? How many people do you have?
We have a couple early pilots, small companies in Africa and the UK, nothing big.
And what does it do? It pays out? I don't get it.
It is a Salesforce native tool to do all the blockchain things you would do. So on-ramp and off-ramps, creating them. This is not the videos would show
On-ramp and off-ramp money.
everything. Anything you do on blockchain, we are just the software provider. So if you want to send an ACH in the US, convert it to Base, USDC on Base, send it over to Africa, off-ramp and Valor, that's all done without leaving Salesforce, and you don't have to know how to do it, and it's all automatable.
What's the fee?
It is $79 per user per month, which is very standard for a Salesforce financial tool, and the one for the banks is $29 per user per month.
What's the percentage?
We don't take a percentage. We're a software vendor. So we're crypto adjacent, not crypto.
I think you have 6 products live. Which one is most successful?
So blockchain payments and digital asset wallets are the 2 main products. A lot of the things in the App Exchange are extenders to go into different parts of the Salesforce ecosystem. So you can do the e-commerce as Commerce Cloud, the billing piece is Revenue Cloud, but each one had to go through security review. So the purpose of that slide is to indicate we put XRP through the security review, we put ADA. We have successfully gone through Salesforce's extremely painful security and legal review process multiple times. I often say my business is 80% social engineering, 20% software engineering.
So Africa isn't one market, it's many markets, right? So tell me a little bit more about your Africa strategy.
Okay, so South Africa has about 1,500 companies running Salesforce. That's a big push. Ghana is really exciting because Ghana just hosted West Africa Dreaming a month ago. So we're talking to a lot of companies over there. And Cairo is Cairo Dreaming Saturday. So someone's there now. So the push in Africa is not that. The big push is really US and Europe. That's where the big 80,000 seat sale to a JP Morgan takes place. But the people who are operating on stable coins now are in Africa. Valor pays a premium for it. They were happy to partner with us. And we were able to do the really cool things are the virtual ACH on-ramps where Bridge KYCs you. You send your on-ramp money in the US, it's sent over to Africa and open to an Africa bank. And we've gone from 5 days and a 10% VIG from 3 correspondent banks to 10 seconds and a quarter point, 25 basis points to Bridge and negative 100 basis points to Valor, who pays a premium for stables. So it's exciting.
They get the crypto on the other end?
Everything that we monitor is crypto in between, but we also configure your on-ramps and off-ramps, but we're not a part of it. We are not a money transmitter. We are not part of the flow. We are simply the software vendor for Salesforce.
They get the crypto on the end? No.
Yes. By default, crypto on the end. One of the types of wallets we
don't
support.
have a compliance department.
What? Right.
You don't have.
Not yet.
No, because you can't send it to each.
We got a last question.
It's illegal.
Last question here. Clearly, your team is weak, coming from MIT and Duke and Yale. We need more entrepreneurs and builders like you in Miami. I was a fan of what you just pitched when you pitched it in the Miami Bitcoin Telegram group.
Thanks.
I'm a fan of what you're doing. Is there anyone else doing what you're doing in the Salesforce ecosystem? If so, who? If not, why not?
So there were 2 companies approved to do Web3 products in the ecosystem. We were first. I don't know who came second. We beat them to market. Every product has to be approved by Salesforce, who takes a 15% cut. So they don't like a lot of competition. And then the Web3 studio got gutted because the top 2 people were involved in a scandal with Pepsi NFTs. And the other person who was the other senior person moved over to the AI department. So currently we're the only ones in there. And there are some integration options. There's ways to do a third-party payment rail and you can integrate it, but nobody else is doing native on Salesforce. And anyone who comes in needs to explain why what they're doing is different. So all of our competition is indirect, not direct.
Is the moat first to market?
The moat is corporate bureaucracy. The sheer number of people involved in signing off my product at Salesforce is mind-boggling when you configure that many of them don't even work there anymore, and there are open spots on the org chart that need to sign off. So that is our defensive position, is legal and structural of large American corporations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sylvia, who did you decide was next?
Who's next? Who's on deck?
He's next.
Who's next? Tank? Tank. Lloyd, I'll let Tank, I call him Tank because he's looks like Tank from the Matrix and he's always tinkering and building and engineering crazy stuff. He's amazing. All right, Tank. Say your full name. Oh. Well, while we're going to take a moment to apologize. When I asked if you had received an email, we were scrambling because originally the design was supposed to be when we did BitAngels 2 years ago, 5 pitches, 5 judges, keep it really short and sweet, right? And then hopefully create opportunities for anybody else who wanted to pitch. Was not singling anybody out intentionally. Marin, I apologize from Lightspace if that was rude. I really wasn't meant to be rude. I've been working around the clock and I'm absolutely delirious. So I follow disclaimer. We'll make sure that all the pitches get a chance to. And by the way, Leon, who I've known for 10, 15 years, I also told him he wasn't going to be able to pitch because I'm trying to respect people's time. But it wasn't intended to offend anybody. So please accept my gracious apologies.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. So next we're gonna have Lloyd. I'm just for the convenience of time in the transition. Just if you can put your hands up again. Again, there's 5. There's a top 5 company selection. You should have received an email, and then we have 3 community choice presentations. Okay, just want to be mindful of that. And then this next presentation is Heart Badge by Heart Chain Labs, which is funded by Lloyd. Lloyd's been in our community the last 3 years, focusing on and supporting a lot of our efforts to save Miami. So thank you, Lloyd. I am trying to make sure here, Lloyd, come over here for a second. Press the button on the Samsung remote. Does anybody have the Samsung remote? I'm gonna try to, if you can just make sure right there. Yeah, so that's what I want to, yeah, okay. Will you be able to plug in your HDMI or do you want to send me an email?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It's too large.
Okay. So judges, sorry about this. Okay, perfect. We're good. Thank you, Lloyd.
Lloyd, when I raise my hand, you have 30 seconds left.
Great. Okay, thank you. Try that again.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lloyd Emil, and today I'm presenting to you my company, Heart Badge by Heart Chain Labs. Not to be confused with Heart Chain. There's a blockchain called Heart Chain. Don't get it confused. But I'll give you a quick quick story. So I had a friend. He lives in Middle America and probably never used a computer before in his life, but this gentleman is well respected in his community and amongst our leaders in the country, etc. He approached me with an idea that he has been running offline for a long time, and my background is computer software. I'm an engineer, electrical and computer engineer. I've been building blockchain since 2011. So I have this, what they call hammer and everything's a nail, right? So lately, I don't know if you know Bitcoin, there's on the back side, on the technical side, there's upgrades coming back to Bitcoin to allow for more programmability onto Bitcoin. Okay, so there we go. All right, so this is Heart Badge. Heart Badge is a lifetime membership for entertainment. You pay a one-time fee for your badge, and you receive a badge that gives you access to our virtual and in-person entertainment events. With that badge, you receive rewards, and these rewards come in the form of a fungible token. This fungible token is utilized at our venues and at our events. The badge itself is a non-fungible token, CAT 721 on Bitcoin protocol. And there's a 2-tier affiliate reward system. Very old school, very simple. You all know it. You all know how these businesses work. We have a goal. We have acquired 2 acres of about 160 acres of land to build an entertainment facility. It's been gifted to us. And so our goal is to build up this Heart Badge along with our platform, working with the entertainment events and venues This includes events such as with large artists such as Dolly Parton, you name it, all the way down to the Motown and Generation X, a lot of Generation X artists. So our, you got it there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
It's not working. So we got.
okay.
I don't know.
All right. So anyway, I'll continue here. Okay, so we have created the Heart Badge as a non-fungible token that's assigned. The URL is heartchainlabs.com. You can go there. We'll have the badges available for purchase starting tomorrow. And I encourage you all to get your badge. You can buy one for as little as $5, and that $5 gets converted into our fungible token, and you can contribute more towards your final goal of reaching the $117 that it costs for the full badge. Okay, so you don't need to have the whole $117. You can buy badges in bulk, share them with your friends and family. Again, this is going to be for our entertainment venue, but also other entertainment venues that we work with. Some here in Miami. We've got great connections here with Miami Music Week. We look forward to having some access and exclusives here during this year's Miami Music Week. As I mentioned, Dolly Parton's having an event for Valentine's Day in Nashville, and some other great country stars. My team is the average age of my fellow teammates is about 78 years old. So I'm working with a lot of seasoned professionals and middle-aged good folks. This all started. This venture started 2 weeks ago. We're raising $500. We're opening up for $500,000 convertible note, and minimum 25K. Accredited investors, please. We'll take maybe a handful of non-accredited investors at this point. But we want to open this up for anybody to get on board with this opportunity. I can't tell you a whole lot about the property yet because it's recording, people recording, but if you'd like more information, see me out there.
Great, thank you. Round of applause.
I'll start off the questions because I'm both a real estate agent, so I like land, and I come from the entertainment space.
Beautiful.
I'm a little bit confused about the business model and how sustainable it is. You're selling these badges for $116. How many badges are you trying to sell?
As many as possible. The badges, to not go into a long story, but the gentleman I'm working with, has a model for an endowment-like structure, where if you know how endowments work, you get money in and you can distribute money out based on how much you get over time and then invest it into businesses. So with our badges, you can get rewards in the future. I'm not going to say much more than that, but from what I have been presented, these are very, 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 very good rewards. And we want to give the money back. The whole point of this is to give back. So this is, yeah.
Okay, some lead-on questions.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to commend you because it's not easy to do a pitch when you've only been in business for 2 weeks. And
yes.
That goes out, so I commend you for that.
Thank you.
Brian and I both faced similar, I'm sure. You have Chris Brown 1 week, you have Dolly Parton another week. Chris Brown is like $1.5 million, $2 million a show.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to pay him if you're charging $116? And that $116 for that membership, I can go to a Chris Brown show with that badge. I don't have to pay any more money. I can go to the Dolly Parton show next week and a Diddy show when he gets out of jail. I mean, what's the
so
music show? Music.
Right. Yeah. So yes.
Is that too soon? Someone said, was that too soon?
This is a long-term business. Okay, so if you've done events and have your own venues and these type of things. One-off concert, yes, okay, right, it's great, but to have a lifetime badge that we're starting, like I said, we're starting with our property and our friends. So we have great connections within the entertainment space right now. People who own the big venues and concerts that that you're speaking about, right? It's a different level of just like, okay, I'm coming in. Hey, it's me, little guy. I want to give you $100 million. Give me 1,000 tickets. No, right? We're coming at a different level. So this is it's a lot more to it than I can't.
It's like it's a membership club.
Membership club, you know.
So if you're doing a Chris Brown show, it's not
Right.
really open to your members. A schmuck like me could buy a regular ticket show, or I need a member.
If we do a deal with that concert venue or owner of that concert, right? So it's not for every. This is not for every venue starting out. Again, this is just for our select venues and partners that we have starting out. Once we get more, like I said, I've got Motown all the way to Generation X artists.
So how many do you think you're gonna have?
How many
venues?
Venues. The goal. I have a goal of doing 500 venues in 2 years.
So I have a little background after the politics back in '92. In October, I helped build, and I was a general manager of Webster Hall, the largest nightclub in the world.
Okay, yes.
26 years old.
Okay.
I did kick you out.
There we go. That's history right there. I didn't know that.
I kicked you out. You were selling marijuana in the basement, in the regular. You know. I remember. I don't forget a thing.
So let me just it's the only time I do this tonight. Just to give you a background, like Lloyd is one of the most prolific volunteers in the South Florida crypto community. So everything your guys are asking, it's definitely good questions, but the whole community is going to definitely go out of its way to support someone like him. So it's the only time I'm going to interject.
Does everyone get a lifeline?
Thanks.
No?
Yes.
No?
He gets
a lifeline?
he gets a bad. He gets a
questions
bad.
here.
Yes, sir.
No, it's very, 2 weeks is incredible.
Yes.
I always talk this way. Don't think I'm this way.
Okay.
So I don't always talk this way. I grew up there. So you want to have 500 venues. You're going to go cut deals with the talent. And you're going to say, hey, you're going to come over to our vacant lot over here. And you're going to play the drums or whatever the fuck you do. And our people are going to come hang out with you. How are you going to pay them?
We will pay them. We will have the money to pay them. Let's just say that.
All right, good.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? Like backstage pass or something? Maybe get
Backstage passes, like exclusives. We have an application that we're creating called Heartbeat to go along with the Heart Badge. Think of the Heart Badge as like your entry into everything. It's open source. We're going to make it open source. I'm a tech person, okay? So this is going to be your badge.
When are you going to find a marketing guy?
One of my partners, she's a legend in marketing. She's 80 plus years old. She's a legend.
Old?
80 plus. I'm not going to say her exact age. But she
Atlanta
is,
Rhythm Section?
What's that?
No.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks.
2 weeks. That's great.
Thank you. Dave. Appreciate it.
I'll give you some ideas.
Okay. Thank you. I'll come to you.
Who's on extend? So I don't know why.
Can he get the screen to work?
Hell no. Have you tried to screen mirroring? Have you tried that?
Yeah, from his computer and from like my Windows computer is very different.
But the TV allows you to do screen mirroring. Even from a cell phone, you might be able to.
I'm
do
just gonna
screen
hack.
mirroring if you
I'm
can
just gonna
hear
hack
it.
through this one, so you guys can figure out the rest.
Timer, Puff? Yep, I got it. I'll do it. Chad, when I raise my hand, 30 seconds left.
Sounds good, thank you. My name's Chad Folkning, and I'm here presenting Venture OS. One quick question: how many people in the room own a domain name?
12,000 domain names.
Okay, 12,000. Okay. So I have a product for you. Venture OS is basically we turn URLs into self-operating smart entities through AI orchestration, and we tokenize them on the blockchain. I'll go through the presentation here. I'll show you how we do it. problem, there's 350 million domains. Most of them are dead, not resolving. Parking pages, parking went to zero now with Google. 350 million domains approximately. Most of them are just not active, not used. And so I have 20,000 domains myself. I've been doing it for 30 years. And so the problem is building them one at a time sucks. You don't get network effects. Building them at scale is actually hard to do too as well. So we built an operating system for domains. And that is the problem, and that is our solution that we started building towards. Again, Venture OS. So we call ourselves the operating system for URLs. So domains are really the first digital native asset. And so we are really taking it to the next level of what a domain can do and its potential. Again, our vision, I actually started 30 years ago when I bought my first domain in 1996. Now with AI, especially in the last 3 weeks, that vision is able to come to reality. I have, collegefund.com, it's a great asset, undervalued. I want to be able to turn that into a business, in minutes. And that's what we're able to do. So the vision is really to turn these into smart operating entities on a URL. Our business model, we built a company called contrib.com. So we were really going after humans 8 years ago. The problem is humans, a lot of people don't have wallets. And so it was a DApp. So if you don't have a wallet, it's really hard to participate in a tokenized asset. So we kind of pivoted, and we're pivoting more into the agent, autonomous agent systems. And so we really are trying to get the humans in the middle and the contribution value. So we make money actually on referrals.com. So we own referrals.com. It's an integrated referral system. So when a new asset comes into our system, we build an automated referral program for that URL. Market opportunity again, 360. Yes. Yes. Well, positioning and distribution is phase one. So we really want to analyze it. I'll show you our venture score. We built a venture scoring system in there. Again, market opportunity, there's, we're going after the top 100,000. So we have 500 that we are premium in our assets, but we have another access to millions, but we're focusing on 100,000 to build a network. Won't go into it for contributors, domain owners, investors. I want to speed through this here. Oh, that's an apple. Come on. Is it that? Traction. We launched about 3 weeks ago. We have 50 domains currently on board right now. And so again, we have access to hundreds of thousands of domains because it's a different business model. And again, the goal is to increase the value of the URL. That's really what it comes down to. So we have e-shares for CapTable.me. Sold a company. We sold the largest outbound brokerage company in the world with Flip It, 99 Designs. We sold a company that sold 2 years ago called BitAngels for $45 million 3 years ago. And I took my team back. Pardon me? Yeah, that's our platform. But BitAngels sold for $45 million 2 years ago. Yes. No, but that was what I was doing before I did this. Meta and my CTO have been with me for 16 years over in the Philippines. They're awesome. Tokenomics, again, we mint everybody with the million tokens roadmap. Asking 2 million in our portfolios worth way more than that.
All right, thank you.
So your portfolio is worth a lot of money. How's the person who owns the portfolio? The company or you own it?
Well, it's a company. Yeah, it's a company.
So you're gonna, if someone buys shares, you're gonna have part of the portfolio?
Yeah, it's a token weighted. I've gotten screwed before in cap tables. So it's one cap table. We're on Binance. We're on Base right now. We've already minted on Base, Binance, and Ethereum in the beginning. So we went over to Base chain.
Minted what?
So a million tokens. So they get 1 million e-shares. Each URL mints 1 million tokens, and then that is a token weighted open governance system. 51% of the votes. Again, participation hasn't been there because there's not a lot of wallets out there of participation. We really need to get the industry more wallets, more users.
Is it a security?
No, we have a patent on that. We have a platform building virtual entities using equity systems. It uses a theoretical value equation 1 to 1.
Letter from the SEC?
We We have plenty of attorneys that will back us. It's a theoretical value equation. It's a one-to-one. No, we have not. We have equitytoken.com, utilitytoken.com. We stayed out of the securities. And the early days, I don't want to educate people. We want to, I think I can help the world through the domain channel. And 2% of our cap table goes in impact programs. That's the reason why we want more domains to be tokenized.
Did the thing turn into a security?
Yes, it will. It'll eventually
So right
go.
now, when you say I go in
Yes.
there, put my domain in there, boom, 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 I have a million, how many million tokens?
Yep, million tokens.
So now I have a security. Now people are trying to sell the million.
So we have a patent. The patent is an eCorp. It's called eCorp. So eCorp.com, you can go to eCorp.com, chat at eCorp.com. Is we have a patent where the URL can go into a legal corporation at a certain theoretical value equation number you put out. Then we do a 7-day KYC AML on you where you either have to burn your tokens or you got to get out. So we turn it into a security. We can turn a URL into a security at a certain theoretical time.
It is.
No, it's not. It's a theoretical value equation in the beginning. It tells you on the thing.
It's a theoretical value equation.
True.
But more than a bunch of people can buy it, they think they're gonna make money off it.
Hey, we got another question.
Yep.
Different question.
Yep.
Different question.
Yep.
How many of those domains do you have to get to actually turn a profit? And how much development capital have you expended? And how are you actually going to get to the market?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the URL. So we created a thing, venturescore.com. We score the URL. Basically, it's a domain appraisal system with the market. So you can go to venturescore.com, put your URL in there, they'll score it in there. We determine is there traffic, no traffic, what's this competition. So we really do an analysis right off the bat on the scoring system. So really, every domain is unique in itself. And Nick, we do own eShares, and Carta had to change their name from eShares. We have the eShares protocol. We've been through the security issue there. To answer your question, what do we need? Look, I've been in this space a long. We've sold streaming.com to Amazon. We've sold staffing.com to TopTile. We've sold a lot of premium names to come know what values or what domains. And we're really in a supply demand issue right now because people are starting to see short letter, one word domains are going up in value. Shitty domains are going down in value. But we built a system from 0 to 1 that we can take a URL from 0 to 1 in seconds. And now it goes from idea, action, input, idea, action, execution, impact. So we have a process. Eventually, eventually, but most of the time, your contributors are usually who's going to buy the asset. So that's what we're starting to see. Is again the ownership economy. Jesse Walker. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It's 51%.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we still have the Donify guy here?
Yes.
Can you get your laptop back up here so we don't have issues? That was the plan. I thought we'd try to avoid the technical issues. Thank you so much. And there's some confusion on how many people are pitching, but I promise you will pitch. I hope you still have an audience, but you'll definitely have the judges and you'll have a live stream so you have a global audience. How about that? Hey, you can share it later. I know it's probably not going through my YouTube because mine didn't go through, but it's definitely on several different channels that we'll share with everybody later.
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now.
Which YouTube? BitAngels or yours? Blockchain Center?
Yeah, we never got the
Okay. All right. Well, we'll share with it. It's Blockchain Center's YouTube or your personal?
it's the production company.
Production company. Okay. Well, I don't know how they're going to follow that, but we'll figure it out. What's the name? Yeah. What's the name?
Transmedia Studios.
Transmedia Studios. We filmed at my conference when I spoke with Black Peers in December. Okay. Miami Bitcoin Telegram chat. Okay. All right. So who did we promise up next for startup? We'll get you up here quickly as possible. Let's keep these short and sweet, please. I know you're respecting the time. We have his deck and we have the laptop. Okay. We got 2 people pitching. Yes, I love that. And who are you?
My name is Romel, and we are Right Path.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle.
Michelle and Romel from Right Path. All right, Michelle and Romel. I like that. It rhymes. All right. Just give us a minute to get that set up on here so we can see their pitch first. Again, we have an after party at the a very exclusive the roof, newly opened rooftop, or newly opened at Amore. You can start without the presentation. Okay, better for time. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna let my wife start.
Hi, my name is Michelle.
And my name is Romel again, and we are
The founders of Right Path. So I've been a funeral professional for the past 10 years. And throughout my career, I had to sit with families through the hardest time of their life. They had to sign documents, answer questions, and depend on systems that are broken.
The funeral industry is a $120 billion industry. We at Right Path understood early that the funeral experience starts at the first call, not at the first appointment. While others are digitizing the back office, we at Right Path are automating their entire workflow. Currently, we save our funeral professionals about 2 hours per case, and we have 63 funeral locations prepaid and waiting for our launch on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, because our funeral professionals will fall in love with how much time they're saving. Okay, let's go down. Yeah.
What do you mean prepaid? I'm sorry.
So before we even built the product, thank you for asking, by the way. We actually started backwards, right? So we started building the product in early December, but by the end of November, we built a memorial AI generator that would basically automate their memorial designs. But we understood when we built it that we were an option. We were just optional, and we said this cannot be right. We need to be non-optional. So as we went ahead, grabbed the drawing book, started again, and we started interviewing around 30 more funeral directors. And
Let's website. I know, but it's going and
yeah. So yeah,
I don't know what it is.
we're a funeral OS, a funeral operating system.
For who?
For the funeral professional, for the funeral home operator. Yeah, no problem.
I'm glad
So-
they killed someone to find out what it was.
No problem. Yeah, next. So our market validation, you can go ahead and go all the way down. That's who we are. You can go down.
Tell us about who you are.
So my name is Ramon Lagos. I have a background in cybersecurity. I worked for government. Now I'm 100% in this. I'm the dev responsible for the whole platform. And yeah.
My name is Michelle, and I have 10 years of funeral experience. I've worked with different cultures. I've worked with logistics, from shipping out to burial to cremation, from the beginning to sitting with a family, all the way to the end, closing a funeral service. And we've built this app from the inside out.
Yeah, we understand that at the ground level is really where it matters. So we do have an FTE approach. You can go ahead and scroll down. That's our market. We estimate that we can get to 300 funeral homes by year 2. And go ahead, scroll down, please.
They make a commission, right? Or
Yeah, so we have 2 revenues. We have a transactional revenue and a traditional SaaS revenue. You can go scroll down one more. No, down. Yeah, so the funeral home uses our platform. We do have a vendor marketplace that also uses our platform. You can scroll down. Yeah. No, up. And then the families use so we have a family portal, family-facing portal, and also a vendor marketplace. Okay. Go ahead and scroll down. So this is our flow from the first call to the funeral home to the vendor marketplace to the family experience. And yeah, this is our go-to-market strategy. Michelle has started a podcast and also an AI social media account for new funeral professionals to get on board, as now's the time. Now the timing, we understand that now's the time. In the beginning, perhaps I'm assuming like AI was a taboo word in the funeral industry, and this is a very relationship business. But now is the time. We see it, we feel it. It was they're desperate for a solution. Go ahead. You can just scroll down. So this is our 5-year revenue projection. This is where we are now, and this is where we would go. We do have AI. Yeah, sure. Oh, gosh. So you can go ahead and scroll down. it's just sharing our vision. You know, if imagine if RightPath becomes the funeral default for all of the U.S. market, right? We understand that we're not only going to save funeral professionals, but we're going to improve the funeral experience overall for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you do?
We automate documentation for the funeral home. So we have a land and expand strategy. So
That's all. It's making it easier for the funeral.
That's correct.
People to do all that stuff. It must be pretty difficult to get on.
they still when I picked her
How
up,
much are they gonna pay?
so they're paying $160 a month, but that's
They make a lot of money.
we make more money on the transactional revenue.
What transaction?
So our vendor marketplace, we're making money off of the flower vendors, the casket sales. We're also making money off of any memorial products they do, jewelry, etc.
So how does it get to the family?
So we have a family portal where the family is able to, they basically upload their documentation. They see documentation they need to e-sign, anything pending, and they also have access to, purchase, make a donation if they want to.
For the regular people who visit, they can make the donation, whatever.
That's correct. So we also have AI check-in. That's a product basically when there's a funeral service. Our AI check-in basically nowadays they use a register book. Our touch point is a QR code. So they scan the QR code, and our AI agent pops up and asks them for normal things like, hey, leave a note for the family, etc. And it's also asking them if they want to donate a flower, things like that.
From the internet, before they get to the funeral.
No, this is not before. So for before, what it does is it allows them to, like if they want to donate, flowers, they can do that from before. But they send an SMS via like that. But at the funeral home, the reason why AI check-in is so important because it closes the loop. So what happens is our system captures the data, but the loop needs to continue, right? So what we're doing is we're basically asking every attendee at the location, which is a market that the funeral industry is missing, and we're asking them how did those.
So here I got one big question. I think everyone's going to be happy that I asked this. Tell us, what do they need it for? Explain how hard it is without it, because I don't see a problem.
When I picked her up.
And Noel wants to remind you to say something too. Go ahead. Say it.
What about what happens when someone dies and being able to transfer that death certificate? Do you have that involved in your?
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk about that? Both of those things.
Sure. So I can start off with how difficult it is.
Show us.
So the funeral homes, they're still on fax machines, typewriters, whiteboards, file systems, like rooms full of files. It's really, really messy. So usually when a family passes away, things get lost in translation, like a funeral certificate or a contract, and it's forever to find something. It's really inconvenient for the family. They also have a binder that they showcase, like, the packages. Families get this really bulky, ugly contract that they just don't understand. So what we're providing from the beginning, the first call, meaning the first time that they, call and they report a passing, we're taking care of that all the way to the end. Versus that they go into the funeral home and they sit down. And we also have a catalog where they can pick and select themselves, the family, what they like to have for a funeral service. And then from there, the contract is building from the back end. Instead of giving a contract with a whole bunch of things that are itemized and they don't know what they're getting. And they leave frustrated.
So why would the funeral home want to push this system?
Well, at this moment,
They
a lot
can't
of
upsell
the funeral homes are burnt out.
the stereo speakers inside the car.
The funeral homes, the funeral directors are really burnt out. Most of them that we touch base with.
Explain that you come from the industry, so you understand the pain points.
Yeah, yes.
Well, if I may add, it's a tech efficient industry. We're bridging that gap. That's exactly what we're doing.
Just one thing might be helpful for explaining. I think like Zola and like Tie the Knot have come into the wedding space and are now like worth over like $500 million each. And I think you're doing something somewhat similar. So when it's not resonating with people, it might be a helpful analogy to pull out.
Sure.
Noel's convinced that it's going to be $1 billion company, so.
People dying to get in.
But you're going to fall in love with their OS on Valentine's Day.
I don't know about that, but with the dollar, come on, man.
Don't be a hater.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say they still operate like they're in the 1800s, right? I got this idea when I picked her up, and they were still using a whiteboard, and they were still drawing on the whiteboard, and it just hit me, like, hey, we need to build on this. And then when we
You gotta do like Lending Tree where it puts out the bid.
there needs to be a better way,
Puts out
And the families.
competition, 'cause these guys rob everybody.
The families are expecting this. Families are showing up to funeral homes, spending hours when they shouldn't. They expect it. They have cell phones. My grandma has a cell phone, but the funeral home doesn't, right?
Last question. Last question.
Any more questions?
Yeah,
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I have a question. All right, question from the audience. What? One question, really quick, 'cause we're gonna wrap this up. We can't hear you. Hold on.
You're dealing with a good credit card processing company, or do you already have one?
Yeah, we have a PR.
Because that's part of the
Compliance. Yeah, we're having compliance.
Okay, you want to make sure.
How so? Wait, how so? Tie that bridge for everybody.
Look, I just want to be clear. We are registered with the state. So the state of Florida has vital statistics, right? So we are registered as a company that's the only one that vets it. It's called Vital Check. And that's what we're also replacing. So if you think about it, nowadays, when someone passes away, they have to register in a system that belongs to the state, right? So what we're doing is we're streamlining that process into one consolidated process versus nowadays they have to fill out about 15 to 17, they have to retype it over and over and over. Versus with us, they just do it one time. We have document auto population already there. We also have AI checklists when someone passes away. Our AI closes their bank accounts, closes their social media accounts as well. So we have that on the family-facing side as well.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for taking a tough crowd.
We're asking for 1.2, and this is going to allow us to focus on the core platform.
Just the number.
1.2.
All right, short and sweet. Spanish, we cut you off. What was the question?
How long is it gonna last? The money, you get 1.2 to do what?
Okay, what's your run rate if you get 1.2?
It's going to get us to the 1,000 locations.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna, and again, we have breakout rooms. If you have questions, Noelle, our beautiful hostess with the mostest that created this amazing space, the best co-working space in South Florida, is convinced they're gonna grow to $1 billion. So I trust Noelle. Who did we promise next? Go, yes, Eric.
No, I'm saying those are the 5 startups I thought, right? So
We had 3 more, but I think hopefully just 2 more. So we should be wrapping it up soon. And thank you for your patience. If you want to be patient with us for just a few more minutes, is that okay? Sorry, I'm sorry. There was just some miscommunication about who was promised what.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, Marin and Lightspace.
No crowd questions. No.
Okay, 4 minutes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Silvio, for the warm invitation to present Lightspace. I'm so happy and grateful to be here. Aloha, everyone. My name is Marin Ryan Sarif. I'm the founder and CEO of Lightspace. I am a regenerative real estate consultant for the past 5 years, and now we are creating an operating system for the regenerative real estate sector, which encompasses the holistic health and well-being of people on the planet in the built environment, bridging real estate, climate tech, and practices for holistic health and well-being. So we're very happy to be here. This is my first time pitching at BitAngels. I love the BitAngels community. Round of applause for the BitAngels community. And I'm very happy to be here in Miami. So thank you so much. And so Lightspace is the regenerative real estate operating system, as I shared. We are connecting land and the built environment, everything from enterprise portfolios of real estate from CBRE, Marriott, Four Seasons to I'm sure everyone has heard of smart cities. People are building smart cities around the world. So we're working with many of them and also bridging the gap between climate tech innovation and real estate. Next slide, please. So we are creating this because the current system is broken, it's fractured. There is not a centralized way in a decentralized way of connecting real estate properties, climate tech innovations, and the entire community of people that live, play, work, and stay at all of these properties around the world. So being with deep expertise in the space across the world, we saw this problem and we know that we can solve it with a combination of blockchain and AI, and also building this regenerative operating system between all the properties. This is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity, and we're harnessing this market into our platform. Next slide, please. Thank you, Silvio. So as many of you have heard, this is the moment for regenerative real estate. Countries are making pledges for net zero. They don't know how to do it. All of these enterprise portfolio real estate companies are making pledges. They don't know how to do it. And so we are creating this operating system to help to streamline the process, to help with the project management, to help with the tracking and the tracing, to help with the pledges, and so that all of these properties, whether it's big enterprise properties or properties that are privately stewarded to smart cities, can track their net zero adoption and also have access to the leading climate tech innovations in the world. This is also an amazing investment opportunity. I'm in the family office space. I've been seeding regenerative real estate as an asset class across the world for the past 5 years successfully. So now people are investing in this space actively. So Lightspace is also a space for investors to learn about the opportunities in a trusted community. Everyone in our community is vetted and is recommended into the community, so that we know that they are building in a sustainable way, in a regenerative way, and also that, as we know, change happens at the speed of trust, and communities are built at the speed of trust. So we are fostering that community and network across the world. Next slide. Thank you, Silvio. So Lightspace is already a community, a global community of thousands of real estate developers, consultants, climate tech innovators, and we also are members, and we are working with some of the top climate tech innovation communities in the world, as well as brands like CBRE and Marriott and Four Seasons. We are connecting and building a blockchain-backed SaaS platform for this industry, and utilizing AI to connect the climate tech innovations with the real estate properties and with consultants that can help them to build the properties. Everything is on chain, and so that everything is transparent. And also, when capital comes into our ecosystem, it flows through every step of the way. Everyone that touches the deal or everyone that touches the project is compensated. And that's also a major problem that we're solving as well. Speaking of capital flow, we do have a Giggle token, and I will wrap this up quickly. Thank you. So we do have a Giggle token. We believe that Giggles is the currency of joy in a practical way. So that's why we are calling our token the Giggle. And so the Giggle token is a sovereign community-backed token that is backed by RWAs from real estate, and as well as RWAs that are across the world, real world assets. So things like gold, silver, minerals, and things that are on the properties, as well as trees, because trees are capital for sure, and we want them to stay where they are, and be valued to staying where they are. So our sovereign community token does flow throughout the entire community, and also people can cash in and cash out as they want. We do take transaction fees on all those transactions, or they can leave their capital in the ecosystem. They can stay at beautiful places around the world for ecotourism, or they can invest in climate tech innovation that's transforming energy systems and waste systems around the world. Thank you, Silvio. We have market validation. We are currently working with 13 indigenous communities and their projects. That's my background and expertise very deeply, is working with indigenous communities across the world to help them to build their properties. And so, yes, thank you. So we, with that indigenous wisdom, we're very fortunate and very blessed to be able to present the solution that does holistically solve the regenerative real estate industry, and also utilizes the best leading edge technology in the world to do that and to build that. We are raising a pre-seed round. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Happy to answer any questions, and thank you for the opportunity to present.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have several questions at once, which you can address at speed, because we've just got the 4 minutes.
what countries do you actually have a leg in already? What's the value of the transactions that you expect to actually pass through this, say, in the first year? And aside from the players that you mentioned, like CBRE and Marriott, what players of substance do you actually expect to get short term? And does it matter that there are somewhat similar initiatives going on at different scales around the world for you to actually make a go of this?
Thank you. I'll do my best to answer this one by one quickly. So in terms of the countries, we are currently working in over 30 countries around the world actively on projects. We've worked in more during the 6-year course of our consultancy. We have worked on every continent except for Antarctica yet. And also I did just meet someone from Antarctica. So we'll see what happens in the next little bit.
What was the penguin's name? What was the penguin's name?
Not a penguin yet because I haven't been there in person, although I look forward to sliding March of the Penguins. Is one of my favorite movies. And also he's a boat captain. He wants to create a sustainable boat in Antarctica for ecotourism. So Captain, I'm remembering his name. He's amazing. We were just at Climate Week together. So in terms of the adoption, in terms of the enterprise clients, my cousin Meredith Soren is the former SVP of CBRE globally. We've discussed this at length, and she looks forward to seeing our MVP so that we can adopt at CBRE. Bobby Dunphy is another one of our advisors. We have a world-class team of advisors. This is not our deck. This is a gamma that we created quickly in order to present here. We're at Uncorrelated this week. Happy to share more information. Bobby's husband is the former head of Marriott. She has been a long-time advisor, and we have similar advisors at all of these enterprise big real estate firms across the world. And also the fifth wall. And if anyone's familiar with the fifth wall, they're considering Lightspace, even though we're a bit premature for their investment thesis, which is seed. We're pre-seed. They are a major conglomerate in real estate, climate tech, and in net zero adoption. So we're in conversations with them right now to invest in our pre-seed rounds instead of in our seed round because they like what we're building. So our go-to-market is excellent. That is our competitive advantage, is our go-to-market. We will not be advertising anywhere on social media because we have relationships with all of the heads of all of these communities. And also our NFT, I think that's our NFT. It's an NFT that has a referral code. So we're rewarding stewardship, excellent stewardship. So my cousin and all of the heads of all of these communities and networks will all receive their NFT to onboard their communities and then receive residual revenue for everything that their community does because we honor and value relationships and also reward excellent stewardship across the board.
Judges, 30 seconds to the last questions. All right, thank you so much. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much to the team at BitAngels. This is amazing. So appreciate all of you. Thank you. And thank you for listening.
Let's give a round of applause to all of our speakers so far, all of our pitches, all of our judges taking this beautiful time. So who do we have next and who is on deck? Who do we have next? What's your name? Leon. And who do we have? My circle.
For anybody that has not presented yet.
And who is on deck? Aha. Adelante, señor. You know you're on deck then. Beautiful. So we're going to while we get the slides loaded, would you like to get started?
If you have a problem, I'll go without the slides.
Would you? That's right. That's right. That's how we do in Miami. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm prepared. I don't need slides to tell you guys how great of a company I'm building. Some of you guys already know me. And those of you that do, know me.
When the slides come on, do you want to All right, get up. You want to go ahead and set the timer? Or
I got the timer.
My name's Leon Gomez. I'm the founder of My Circle. Professional networking is broken. Period. We're building My Circle to replace LinkedIn as an AI verified system or verified ecosystem for professionals. Right now, LinkedIn was purchased about 10 years ago by Microsoft in 2016. In my opinion, that was their death sentence. There's been no innovation in LinkedIn since they were bought out. The only thing that LinkedIn has done is added new products that are useless, that are trying to charge more people more money for products that are overpriced. LinkedIn's problems are fundamental. Since 2020, LinkedIn has more than doubled in size. Not because the global population has doubled in size, not because we have twice as many business professionals, but because of AI. I love AI. I use AI on a daily basis. However, I don't want to be dealing with AI bots, spam, junk, and bullshit, which is what seems to be filling my email box in LinkedIn. Our solution is simple. We're building a complete ecosystem of verified professionals. What does that mean? Right now, LinkedIn has the option for you to go through an ID verification. I think that's bullshit, excuse me. To me, everybody that signs into my circle, part of our onboarding process is mandatory ID verification. We partnered with a company by the name of Dentity. Most people are familiar with Clear because of the airport where they scan your retina and everything. Dentity is one of their competitors. They're a startup, they're smaller. They gave us better terms. They offer the exact same products as Clear does. That's the reason we went with them. With Dentity, we're doing KYC or proof of personhood. Proof of personhood means if you don't want to share your driver's license or passport, you take your phone, you do a 3D scan so we know that you're a real person, you're not a bot. This is some of the onboarding that we're doing. With my circle, we're including community management tools. One of the big disconnects that LinkedIn has is there is nothing that has been built for blockchain. Nothing that has been built for Web3 communities. That's a huge problem. The concept of Web3 communities doesn't really exist. A lot of community managers like to say that they have communities. However, what they're doing is they're using Discord, Twitter, X, Facebook, or WhatsApp, or whatever they can to try to manage members in their communities. When these communities grow to tens and thousands or hundreds of thousands of members, those tools were never designed for community management. They're outdated, and community managers get frustrated. The people in the communities get frustrated because they don't feel like they're getting listened to, and there's no real mechanism of interaction or engagement. Those are part of the problems. Okay, great. Some of the things we're doing, as I mentioned before, verified ID, mandatory. My circle is being built as an AI-powered ecosystem. AI enables us to offload a lot of the daily tasks that we have to do, but with AI, we can also automate matchmaking. My background is communications. I'm non-technical. In communications, when we're building something or we're solving a problem, there's what's called the 5 W's and how. Who, what, where, why, when, and how. These are some of the information that we're gathering, as well as urgency when we're doing our matchmaking. We want to make sure users are real, and then we use these fields to help connect people. We're not doing brain surgery. We're not curing cancer. The AI that we're using, in my opinion, is pretty rudimentary because it's matchmaking, but we're matchmaking people that have been verified, and we're helping people connect with other people's. This market is huge. The following slide would show what the global market is. Just take my word for it. It's huge between professional networking and conferences. With my circle, some of the things that we're doing to make us unique, we're offering different types of products. One of the products we released already is a digital business card. We're giving that away for free. We released a digital identity that we partnered with Unstoppable Domains. That we're also tying that in with the verified identity, so you can have your digital ID instead of a long wallet number. That's part of the blockchain access that we're doing and some of the features we're doing for blockchain. We're also going to be building a survey tool. As I mentioned, and a couple of the keywords that a lot of people have been repeating in the presentations before me: trust, community, blockchains, and problems. They all exist. Are we out of time?
Yes, slowly. We're
Okay.
bring it back.
So by
Land the
putting,
plane gracefully.
anyway, by putting all these things together, we're building a true ecosystem of verified professionals. We already have partnerships in place. The biggest one is Polkadot Blockchain. They have over 600 groups or projects that are in them. Through them, they have a combined over 2 million users. What they are waiting for is for us to finish our platform and give it to them. Our business plan, go to market, is as a SaaS platform. Instead of saying we need $10 million for marketing, no, those days are gone. My background is marketing. That's ineffective now. The way the companies should be built now as a SaaS platform is you provide the tools, license them out, have somebody else do the heavy lifting, have them bring in the community members for you. And where we have to go after for our business is more along the lines of B2B for communities, for blockchains, and those type of companies. We also have partnerships in place with some schools like Miami-Dade.
You're landing.
At an FIU. Our ask is $2 million at an $18 million valuation. This is on a safe note. This will give us a 2-year runway. We are going to be producing revenue literally as soon as we launch. So we do believe that this will put us into profitability. Thank you.
you so much.
Very quickly, refreshing to hear, as it were, a grown up about the commercial side of the business. Looks like you've got that very well thought out, except for one thing that's niggling, I suspect, more than one of us, which is the verification thing. There are all kinds of online services, not particularly technologically sophisticated, where revenues usage are plummeting because people don't want to identify themselves in the way that it sounds like it's necessary.
If you have ever been in a situation where you've been scammed, where your wallet has been hacked, where you've had money stolen from you, and you work online with other business professionals, and you're introduced to somebody that you think you want to do business with, but you've never met them, and it's only kind of a referral, you're hesitant to doing business with them because you don't know if you can trust these people. Anybody that has been hacked or had money stolen from them or had a really negative experience because somebody on the other side wasn't who they said that they were, well, we're going to be charging here for the verification. I mean, literally, it's $2.99. That's not much. I'm sorry? No. No, the way the density works is this is a competitor to Clear. The way that they do ID verification is one of 3 things: passport or driver's license. They check that against a government database because we have to make sure. Right now, AI is so good. I can go to AI and say, make me a fake ID with this information. It'll do it like that. Unless you can verify the data on that against a government database, you're not doing anything. You're fooling yourself. So that's one. The proof of personhood, it's not scanning your eyes. It's not scanning your retina. However, it is making sure that you're a real person. A lot of banks and credit cards are doing this now. They'll tell you, look straight, turn to the left, turn to the right. And with that, they know that you're a real person. That's called proof of personhood. I am an identity. I believe in privacy. So I encourage people to protect their identity. I don't like giving out my driver's license or passport. That's why proof of personhood is important, because somebody who's like me, skeptical, I don't trust you. I don't want to give you my driver's license or passport. At least with the proof of personhood, there's still another way of validating this is a real person. It's not a bot. It's not junk. It's not bullshit.
How do we have more confidence in you than in, say, LinkedIn? That whatever identity we verify, whatever form the verification takes, won't be hacked.
A couple things. When the identities are verified, it goes through an API. That information is actually not kept on our servers. The only thing that we keep is that this person was verified, the method that they were identified through, and when they were verified. We're putting a 5-year expiration on that because people pass and things happen. So we're putting a limitation on that so people have to re-verify themselves. And 5 years should be enough time.
I got just one more comment for you.
Fully homomorphic encryption to really like shit down. Look
Yeah.
up a tool called Zama.
It's clear to me that you're building a much better product than LinkedIn has, and that is incredible. I think not a question, but maybe a suggestion as you go to market is just to be thinking about, I think, 2 things. Like there's kind of like an adage in startup land that like your solution needs to be not only like 50%, but 10x better than the incumbent in order to win. So looking for those 10x things and then leaning into them, I think is really important. And then the other thing is just thinking about like, if I'm the first person to join a different distributor for foods, and they wanted only 5%. But that's fine because we're replacing the loyalty program with you buying stocks in that same company. So as you know, when you have stocks in a company, you tend to spend more in that same company and not go to the competitor because you have
No, I'm
stock.
sure Streamer does it automatically.
So again, we're replacing the loyalty program. You can go to the next slide. Again, they spend 40% more when they own the stock, brand loyalty, and so I would love to work with Eric to cross-collateralize the stocks once they have them. That's part of the idea down the line. So here's an example, $30,000 spent by a carpenter. He received $1,200 in HT stock, and buyback made 2%. So HT stock is 1,200, and we made our 2%. So here's our market, 384 billion, and yeah, that's our target market, Home Depot. So we want to replace the loyalty program. We're not creating anything new. We're not creating a new website. We're just the back end for Home Depot, Menards, etc. We're not changing anything on the front side. It's just the back end. The founder is a computer programmer for 30 years. He's on par with my dad, surprisingly. You can go to the next slide. Again, they spend $400,000 a year on average, carpenters. Buyback revenue on that would be $8,000. You can go to the next slide. So microloans 5%, retailers 2%. Just go to the next slide. Quarterly projections, you can look at that later. Next slide. All right, so this one's important. So buyback has no competition. Absolutely nobody can compete with us. First of all, Robinhood took a long time to get their brokerage license, and that's why it also took a while longer to scale. But we have ours. That's why we've been open for a year. We were getting all the groundwork ready. Next slide. So, I mean, this is the process again. There's going to be an app to it, but it's going to natively work. Essentially, the customer will see a normal transaction. They slide their credit card in Home Depot and automatically start buying stocks because we're integrating in through their backend for Home Depot and everybody else. That's Samir Kuliakarn. He's a main founder. And then these are the rest of the people. This is the first client to come in. He invested $300,000 straight equity into the company as safe. Real quick, we also have $400,000 in working capital from carpenters because they also love the project. And Menards also wants to invest $4 million, but wants traction first. So you can go to the last slide, and that's it. One more slide. Again, they're safes. You're probably familiar with those, so that's it. Any questions?
Thank you.
So what you're saying is people are gonna buy from the store and they're gonna get stock.
Yep. Instead of loyalty points, they get stock.
And then they can buy more stock from that.
If they want to, but it's transactional. Every time they slide their card, they're getting stocks instead of loyalty points.
And how much do you make?
Well, you saw over there on the figure on $400,000, we make $8,000. That's a carpenter, yeah, but
8,000 for 400.
right. So we make a percentage again if they were to do one transaction of $400,000. In that exact transaction, we make $8,000. Our company makes $8,000 because when you look at stocks over a 10-year period versus loyalty points tend to go down in value, while stocks go up in value. So the client gets more money because it's a stock. It usually goes up over time, and we can go down in the percentage. Instead of it being 8% for loyalty program, we could use 5% and it still works.
Give him a break. He's nervous and pitching. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, why would a company give their stock away in that sort of way?
Brand loyalty.
So it sounds like Home Depot is interested in this.
Oh, they are.
Okay. What's your pipeline? Who's next? Who else wants?
So the beauty of this is that the client itself, we don't have to do any recruiting. It's really only with the suppliers because they already have millions of clients between all of them. So we don't even have to reach out to them ourselves. They'll do it themselves, their own pilot program.
I think just off of this question, Home Depot wants to do this with you, right? So they're one company that wants to
Yeah.
give away equity as a rewards program. Like, are there others? Is the question. Like, are there other Home Depots, not customers?
Yeah, we're talking with Home Depot, Menards, Aberdeen, a whole bunch of others.
Do you have a piece of paper from any of them, or a contract or something? Or something?
From contract from any of them, we're currently
How close are you to getting them?
really close
How many
because
conversations?
that's up to Samir. I'm happy to
I'm
put you in
just
contact.
saying. Give us a feeling of what.
Oh, the feeling is that we finally, so there was a meeting that would happen earlier this month in Chicago. This is based out of Chicago, in Naperville to be exact. And so they had a meeting with a whole bunch of carpenters. And long story short, this person's brother, cousin, everybody's interested in this. Look, I worked in construction myself. I thought of this idea back when I was remodeling a house in Greensboro, North Carolina, back in 2022. When you do a transactional, instead of loyalty points, that don't mean shit. You barely get anything from it. You get stocks. Why is it such a good idea? Because somebody who works on a blue collar job.
Idea. Can you do it?
Yeah,
Yes.
getting traction.
Blue collar jobs don't want to buy stocks. They just want to keep spending their money like they do normally, and nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's all in the
Great
back
idea
end.
for the carpenter. The company's gonna get their stock burned all day. I don't know. They want to put it out like that and sell it. I'm not sure. I don't know.
They're open to it. They've been responsive.
I have two questions. I don't know if Brian has any follow-up questions. Value proposition. If I'm a contractor and I'm getting cash back, I can go buy the stock or I can go to Club 11 at the strip club. But why am I forcing my customer to use it for stock, A, and maybe I'm completely missing the business model. And then I guess it's my first question. I'll have the second one in a second.
So it costs Home Depot absolutely nothing. They're already giving you 7% loyalty program.
In cash.
In cash. I mean, the points that you can cash out afterwards when you have enough points, of course.
You can use it in the store, right?
Well, sorry to cut off the answer to the question I was asking. If I'm a contractor and I'm buying at Home Depot, I get a contractor's discount on the merchandise I'm buying, and which reduces my operating expenses and improves my bottom line. As a contractor, that's what I care about, not getting stock in a company. Is the value proposition that the customer feels like they're a part owner in the company because they own the stock? That's
part of it, but long term, it's a whole different story. It turns into whole asset management. But the point is, it costs Home Depot nothing to install this. It brings them more money in the form of stocks. It gives value to the customer. It costs them nothing and Home Depot nothing, and we still all make money. Every single one.
with that.
It costs nobody any money to do this. It saves them money.
Yes, but doesn't the carpenter forego the discount?
No, he does not. It is part of the system already. They already get loyalty points, even with the discount. And that happens only when they buy in bulk, all at once. So I'm familiar with the program you're talking
That's
about.
not exactly what he asked, though. He's asking, is it this or that, right?
Well, we can do both. So in our first client that wants to sign the first contract, they want to do both 2% loyalty points and 5% stocks.
So why would Home Depot give someone, a contractor, 5% stock when they don't have to, and they just give them a better return as a loyalty customer versus a retail customer who just buys a wrench or something like that? They're giving them something they don't have to. Like, what's the?
Well, when you have a lot of stocks in one company, let's say Lowe's, you kind of don't want to start buying from their competitor after you have a sizable amount.
I'm going to use my question to give you the answer. Okay?
Thank you.
So when these programs cost the companies money, right? To our point, 8%, it sounds like in Home Depot's case. So what you're doing is you're giving someone points for buying a product, let's say a hammer, to go buy more hammers. But remember, their profit margin on a hammer that they give you for free, essentially, is still only like $1 or 50 cents, right? So they're losing money on the first and the second transaction. In this case, they're using that same money to pump their own stock higher, right? So that's useful to Home Depot. That's the answer you
Thank you very much.
All right.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Let me just add a few things. I've pitched all over the place. I've won like almost every pitch competition I've ever done. When you have people asking questions like that, that's a very good sign. And if you guys are able to execute on this, it's going to be fucking massive.
That's why I told the founder, stop talking to investors and focus on the clients, and he is.
Capital, you apply for investment on my website. Thank you so much.
How much did you raise?
Thank you.
250 million.
Oh, and by the way, in our pre-seed, we're only looking for 500K. Next one is 4 million.
Our average check is $1 to $3 million. Next.
Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Very good, and I agree. There was a lot of questions from the audience, so it was very, yes, we're getting there, come on. There, a lot of good questions, so obviously it shows, that we call those buying things, right? All right, this beautiful young lady is gonna pitch. Please introduce yourself and take over.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sweta Gupta. I'm CEO of Gridless Global, where energy becomes an experience. So in my app, I'm trying to raise capital for building an app which will have an immersive experience for energy generation power plant, especially from solar, coal, and hydro, where I have deep experience working with. Next slide, please. So the energy crisis demand is huge. Whenever there is an outage, there is a lot of money loss and as well as the loss of reliability. We have an aging infrastructure, a lot of data centers that are coming up for huge demand. Then there is a critical workforce skill gap and a low consumer energy literacy. Moving on to the next slide, we have what Gridless Global does is basically leveraging AI to have an immersive experience and engagement with this user. So in that, we explore 3D digital twin exploration, real-time fault diagnostics that helps to not only just automate the root cause analysis, but also helps to prevent the fault and do predictive simulations. Then there is a gamified energy education to engage young users to familiarize with the environment of the energy world. We turn complex energy system into interactive living experiences. Next slide. So we have virtual plant tours in this, then scenario-based simulations, performance analytics, interactive learning modules, and collaborative resilience playbooks, which helps to drive a community-driven ecosystem. And next slide. So there is a massive market opportunity because of the kind of the outage that the industry faces, as well as a lot of serviceable, addressable market and obtainable market in this. Going to the next one. We have a diversified revenue model system that to ensure the scalability, which includes the SaaS subscription, integration context, then freemium and premium learning, then marketplace experiences, which also collaborates with the vendors, and professional services and training that would help to do the workforce development. Then currently we are trying to gain traction on the digital twin framework, proprietary for libraries, and the engagement pipeline. And our go-to-market strategy is to target the utility industry, then marketplace, and the partnership and the collaborations to enhance the grid resilience. The Gridless Global, we have a few features that traditional competitors don't have, which is 3D immersive experience, digital twins, gamification, education, and community layer, and artistic storytelling framework. Currently, we are on this stage where we are trying to build a root cause analysis template for pilot ready platform. And there are other versions, beta and version 1 and 2, with their timelines till 2 years. Going to the next one, we have ESG impact goals to reduce the downtime and emissions, improve grid resilience, energy literacy for the next generation, and climate ready infrastructure planning. This is what we are seeking right now, $1 million seed funding for platform development, pilot deployments, team expansion, and market outreach, also to gain more valuation. Next, this is this platform where systems learn. They have this understanding from the case histories of the project, and resilience becomes proactive. This is not just a software, it's a movement for resilient, intelligent, and inspired energy systems. Yes.
And do you have an ask? Because Land the plane? Do you have an ask?
Ask $1 million. Is the ask.
Excellent. Thank you.
Ryan has your ask in his back pocket right now, so just.
That was kind of clear, except for one thing to me, which is, given that obviously consumers feel the effects of outages as much as businesses and institutions.
A little louder, not everybody can hear you.
You can't hear me.
I'm so sorry.
I think that's you.
Behind me.
Okay, given that consumers feel the effects of outages as well as businesses and institutions, but pro rata, they're not actually losing as much. Why are you, one thing that gets me, the diversification slide, why are you splitting this between being B2B and B2C? And why are you putting resource into developing gaming and education here rather than just addressing the economic cost to people who are receiving energy?
Thank you for the question. So I understand like there is more utility for gaining and saving money for the B2B, for the utilities and stuff. And on the consumer side, the impact gets a little bit lower because they have more reliability options. But also like
And why would they want to gamify this?
to have an experience and understand their machines and transformers just like they understand fashion industry or fooding. So they understand how energy generation and the beauty of it.
It sounds to me like you've almost got two different businesses. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I'm saying that if they play with it, they're gonna predict, and then they could make better choices in the future without losing the money.
Yeah, what if scenarios, like what happens if this goes out, what is my path to address that, what are my alternatives, so that also provides that solution.
And just to jump in, for example, I know somebody at the largest utility in the Northeast, and this guy, what he does full time is train all the electrical folks that work for the utilities in the Northeast in Con Edison on how to use this equipment, right? So they have to figure out all these failure points across all these different types of 100-year-old systems to recent newly built systems. And they're really just getting into VR and AR training. So this allows you to do some XR, virtual reality, augmented reality, real-time analysis. You can use it to train your people. You can use it to train to actually solve real problems or real
Well,
time.
forgive me, this is clear, but I don't really see why an enterprise that's at this stage is going off in two different directions where, yes, there's a clear market. You know, there would be a clear market. This country has outages in certain states obviously get more than others, and a lot of developing countries get outages, and even in the UK, they've so mismanaged things that there's talk about outages going forward. But I just don't see why, as a business at this stage, you want to split your resource, your scarce resource, the $1 million, between two different directions. That's all I'm getting.
Try that. A digital twin.
Are you part of the enterprise?
No, but I know the business very well. A digital twin could be used to train people, and a digital twin, the same premise, could also be used to do predictive analysis. So it's the same product with different applications.
Who are they using?
Probably want to focus on one thing that people can't live without.
Right.
So I do want to get.
Who are the users?
No, I think it's just,
Utility and the commercial and the residential users who face power outages, and they can have better understanding of their alternative options, and also they can be familiarized with their options for reducing the cost of electricity and go to decentralized options if that makes sense for them.
Bernie, yeah, no, I just wanted to echo that. I think it's like conventional wisdom to like, if they're both the same tech stack, like great, like you'll have them, but at some point you're going to learn which one is more like people can't live without it. And at
For
that point,
diagnostics.
okay, then if you already know, I would pour all of your money into that.
And that's really what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be constructive.
Yeah, I think that's really helpful. Anyways, great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for attending tonight.
it's not
Judges
over.
are going to be taking some. Judges are going to take some time to finish some grading and go. The judges could go to that back room in the boardroom where you started. Robin.
Yeah, war room to judges. We will make this very quick on the decision making and we'll announce it. I have one very special tribute to the OGs. That's why I'm speaking so much on the OGs that helped build Miami and started Bitcoin, crypto, and blockchain Web3 in the early days anyways. So we have a special tribute and then we are off to the very exclusive, very elegant, newest, hottest club. It's not a club. Atmosphere. At the Moore in the designed place. Thank you. I am running on fumes, so my brain is not working. Place. It is the rooftop that just opened at a very exclusive Moore, and we have some special DJs lined up tonight. And I just promoted it through all the Telegram threads, so hopefully a lot of people from all the other events are going to be there. So it should be very fun. I apologize. There's a couple things that we weren't able to. I understand. Can you give me a minute, please? There's a couple things that we had in the programming that we just weren't able to do, so I apologize for that because everything just ran over. We got started late because, for those listening on the live stream, because the Wall Street Bets, now redacted live conference, was on the other side of the beach, and everybody had a really hard time getting over with traffic today.
Due to the Secret Service blocking all the highways.
And yeah, fair enough. So we got started really late. Thank you for the judges and everyone who stayed, because we drug it on at least 3 times longer than what we promised when it was originally just supposed to be 5 startups. So are we doing, Noel, a little quick tour of the building while we're here? Okay, so Noel, the hostess with the mostest, the founder, CEO, and brilliant, beautiful, hard-working woman that I love here. And I was here when she was started. She's going to showcase her office a little bit while you have a few minutes to walk around. She has an amazing podcast room back here, fully set up studio. It's gorgeous. You should come take advantage of it. She has a huge square foot. It's the best co-working space in South Florida by far.
So anyone wanting a tour, please see me. Let's go on a tour, everyone.
Go to Mother Duck. Mother Duck Noel. Let's go.
Tough mama. I'm the hub.
Hold on, because I have to honor my commitments. When you, is it Sam? Andrew, come over.
Coming.
Remember.
Anyone coming? Let's go. Let's go.
Nobody's feeding me alcohol. What is happening here?
Tour of the hub.
I would be much better if I actually had alcohol or food. I mean, it would have been good to eat today. No, I'm going to introduce you to the judges so they can hear you.
All right. So we're going to go behind the curtain.
Let's make the tour very quick, though, because the judges are only going to take a few minutes. All right, guys?
Hey, folks. For those of you that parked in the building, just some housekeeping rules. Before you leave, in the front desk, there's a stack of papers. Those are your coupons for the parking. Okay. So make sure you don't forget to grab one of those papers. You're gonna put them in when you're exiting. You're going to slide that QR code. It'll give you your discount, and then you're going to put your parking ticket so you get your validation to keep you.
Did you say free parking? Free parking? Free parking? What did you say?
Almost, yes. Your parking validation. Yeah, so go to the front. There'll be a stack of papers. Grab that piece of paper. Take it with your parking ticket. In the exit, use that to get your parking discount. And thank you so much for coming. Judges are going to be in the back. I'm here. If anybody's interested and knows more angels, more pitches, want to get involved, we're looking for more volunteers, looking for more support, and follow Noel. Thank you so much for Noel. Also want to give a special thank you to our sponsors for the night, the tequila company, which was here. I don't have their name in front of me right now, but we want to give them and Eat Up a very special shout out. And hopefully they'll be at the next, so you'll know about that. Also, Crafty Beer Company, want to give them a special thanks. The Hub here, Noel, thank you so much for sponsoring, for having us. Robin, thank you. Robin put the production together for this entire event. Robin, thank you so much for producing this event. Would not have been possible without you. And my dear Crypto Godmother, the Crypto Godmother, join her Telegram channel, follow what's going on. One of the crypto OGs. I also want to give a special shout out to Elijah John Baudre, otherwise known as Chairman Baudre, of the Miami-Dade cryptocurrency task force for originating this, trying to bring us all together here at the hub, so we have a centralized place for decentralization. And of course, my team, thank you so much, and my friends, all the family offices that made it here. Marin for presenting, Shweta Gupta, Secretary of the Logos Impact Foundation, Jessica Artiles, my dear friend, and hopefully next Executive Director of the Impact Foundation, and Joyce and Michael, which are not here, the founders of BitAngels, along with Brock Pierce and other amazing folks, and David Johnson, which co-founder with Michael Turpin, and I'm Silvio Pupo. I'm just here to be of service. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Oh, Praveen, you want to give your last words, Prav?
So you guys are gonna take a rain check on superhero skits, but I'm gonna hold you to it. So basically, when you do a Captain Bitcoin superhero skit, you come up with your own character, your name, your backstory, and your catchphrase. So me as Captain Bitcoin, we have an outfit, makeup, all that stuff. Like my catchphrase is for the glory of Bitcoin. And you have to have what your origin story is. So obviously with me, I had a mining accident. So there's like lasers coming out of miner. So think of that. And most of our friends are like villains for some reason. It's their alter ego coming out. So we need more heroes in our skits. That's it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Please.
I want to thank everybody. Thank you for the support, for the drinks, tequila. I mean, it's the first time really being out here and presenting their tequila. They're very proud of, and they're very happy with everybody's reaction. Great support. We really appreciate it, and I mean, we hope to see you soon in the next few events. And what the future brings is going to be amazing. I mean, I saw some of the people that were talking here, the investors, the people pitching, and I mean, there's a lot of dreams, a lot of goals here. So I can't wait to see what the future brings us and what we can do with all of this. So I thank everybody. It's going to be Eat Up Inc. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jessica. The tequila is Ola Sabal. Ola Sabal tequila. Yes. All right, don't take the mic from me. Just kidding. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. You came through when everything else was falling through, and you went above and beyond and helped around the event tonight. And we love supporting early stage startups, obviously, and the young, and the hustlers out there grinding and starting businesses. So thank you very much. We honor you. We appreciate it. Do we have any other sponsors that we didn't recognize in the no? Jorge, Julio, get the stretch. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, a few more minutes and we'll have the judges back. We'll have all the attendees back after their nice little tour of the hub and Office Logic. Leon, you need to microphone or you just say bye? All right, love you. Can we get that cruise going? Virgin, Whales, what were we gonna call it? Whales, Web3 wave. Okay, that was it. That would be fun. We should do that. That needs to happen.
And here are the QR codes. The QR codes for parking. I'm taking one. Take your parking QR code. We're putting them right here in the middle. Yay!
Also, please, if you showed up and you weren't registered, please make sure you register on the Luma site and make sure that we got you checked in before you leave at the door. If we have an iPad. QR codes for parking are going to be here if anybody needs them. Yep.
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, that's great.
All right, team. So in a few minutes, we're gonna have the judges come back out with their presentations. The tours are happening. This is a good time to get your thoughts down onto paper, onto your notepad, onto your reminders, onto wherever you manage your systems in your OS. This is a good time to think about your questions and think about who you'd like to connect with and what you'd like to send to them. And what's the name of Miss Robin? What's the name of the after party place again?
Oh, the Roof.
The Roof.
Which is
the roof is on fire. Oh.
The Roof.
We're gonna. I brought my other sneakers.
Yeah. At the Moor.
The Moor. MOO. RE. And where is that more or less?
In the design district.
In the design district.
You want to be seen there.
You want to be seen there, we heard, ladies and
Not with
gentlemen.
me.
You want to be seen there. Okay, hang out. Can we put some music on? Can we get some music on? Celia? Anybody? Celia?
Crypto godmother.
A bottle of whatever you want. As long as you have it. I want to do like coffee or tequila more. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Last time I touched. No, but I'm not right now.
All right, live audience, or those watching later video, please just hang tight for a few more minutes.
Now I know you know about healthy. And it's done 11. Wow. Just got here, huh? Now 5:15 today. I think I wasn't asleep yet. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we do. We have the judges are gonna come and give their presentation. That'd be like the woo moment. Ya, si te vi saliendo, and I was like, it's gonna be the final presentation. So final presentation, they decided already? So if you might think Robin still has hers.
Hey, that's right. Yeah. Sagamore.
Yeah, you were there for that. CTO. Oh, no way. No, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. Wait. Somewhat. What about
No, I didn't. The thing was, like, we have so many things to see. I'm not a drink, but I also have caffeine. So like the combination of something and caffeine all at the same time, like, it makes
Show it on the screen, whatever. Picture. Bring up the judges and the VIP. Fine. As soon as like we do like that, like that, so they can actually. And I know Ben who looks at the main part. God, it's really so big. I have no idea. Like, where is it? Where is it? And I made it for me today. All right, well, I'll entertain while we are getting the judges. So part of the story I forgot to mention earlier was that the first name I kept hearing was Rock, and then I found it 3 months later in Vegas for the 10th anniversary of the White Paper. And then I mentioned we'd be meeting in Miami because we were both speaking. That conference imploded. Then I put together the conference and I got to keynote with Rock and Jeremy Gardner. Just to bring the full circle of the story. But I've currently recruit in Web3, and I'm going to give a shout out to like my favorite client. We have over 50 openings in Web3 right now across the globe. We tend to work with like a lot of the earlier stage, innovative, kind of cutting edge people doing cutting edge work. So thank you. I'm going to give a shout out to my favorite startup right now. I have a bunch, but these guys came out of BlackRock. They built the largest crypto fund products in history. Like when the whole world was going crazy over the Bitcoin ETF, these guys were in the R&D lab behind it. So they've spun out and started their own company, and I've been supporting them. So shout out to Hello Trade. It's going to be an everything app and have some prospect stuff in, if I understand correctly. So shout out to Kevin and Wyatt. I hope you see this.
All right, what's going on here?
We're just entertaining for a few minutes.
Great. Wanted to Robin Deeper.
So the judges chat. Can you help me to that?
Yeah.
And just
All right, guys, very good. We are just making our final selections with the judges right now to give you guys the final results. Judges are coming outside.
And a drum roll.
Hey, drum roll.
Gentlemen, please come back. We need our audience back for the final announcement of who our startup pitch winner is this evening. So Noel and audience, please come back to the main area as quickly as you possibly can so we can wrap this up and we can all go drink and party or fall asleep finally and eat. All right. So make sure our judges are on stage because I have one final thank you after your announcement of who won. And I need Pravi up here. I'm going to need Artie up here. Jorge's been around forever. You can come up here too after we do the trivia.
Let's do a prediction market bet, like friendly, with no real money on who's gonna win. So who do you guys think is gonna win?
Oh, I didn't get to see them all, so I got nothing.
We'll give you one sack.
I think that the stock-based referral program is going to win.
Right. Hey.
Hey. You're not allowed to say you're a judge. That's fine.
Oh, she's gonna throw us off.
Right. You know what? I have a minute to kill. I promised this young man I met him at one of the other co-working spaces, which is a Solana space, the port. Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
When I walked in and Hester Pierce happened to be standing there, I'm like, I'll take that opportune moment to put some ideas in your head. And this young man has a product that I told him he could showcase here tonight, along with our food and beverage, and he didn't get to. So I'll just give him a minute to introduce his product because I want to support the young entrepreneurs.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Andrew Leisingang. My product is completely unrelated to everything happening here tonight. It's a raw honey pre-workout. So it's a raw glyphosate-free honey that we source from a small farm in Colorado, and then 6 organic ingredients. So it's 150 milligrams of caffeine from organic green tea and organic guarana, paired with L-theanine, so there's no crash when we take it. And we added organic beetroot extract for the vasodilation, the pump. Essentially, you get oxygen in your blood when you take it. So if you're an endurance athlete, it helps with that. If you're weightlifting, you get better pumps, better workouts. And then Redmond sea salt, which is the highest trace mineral content sea salt that you can find for the electrolytes, and then organic ginger and lemon oil. So I'm based out of Miami. I'm from New York, but live here now, and we're partnering with gyms here. Pilates studios, yoga studios, anything wellness related. We are looking to be a part of that. We launched this back in July, and that's what I have going on.
Approval? Yeah.
So
how much money do you need, and what? Answer the pitch. You got to pitch really quickly, so Devitt.
Yeah, so we're raising a pre-seed round right now, $250K at a $5 million valuation. And no, we don't need FDA certifications because technically it's a supplement. But there's no powders, there's no mixing, it's raw honey. So I brought some, been giving it out to a few people, but here you go.
God, I'm bribable. Look at me.
And so it's you can take it on the go, you can take it on planes. There's no powders, there's no mixing, you don't put in water, you just rip the tear tab. Our motto is rip, sip, go. So it's extremely easy to take, it's very effective. And we've given it to everybody from pro athletes all the way people just getting into the gym, and everyone loves it. So that's
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Next up, show up with the product so you can tell these investors in the room. Seize the opportunity.
The results are as follows. Now, we're not going to hurry up. We had so many interruptions,
not at all.
extraneous interventions.
No, I was doing a
We're going
drum roll.
No. We have decided that we're going to spend a very, very long time. We're going to be like ants. That's why we took so long to think about this. Every single pitch was interesting and well conducted, and some of them were quite compelling. And it really was difficult for us. There wasn't agreement. There was not across the board agreement about this at all. And some pitches contained extremely strong business ideas, but had one or two tweaks that we might have suggested if we were actually your advisors, which we're not, at least at this stage. I'll cut to the chase.
The last one, right?
Sorry?
We're going to start with the third one. The last one.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to start with one of the pitches that we felt across the board deserved an honorable mention. It's not the winner, but it's an honorable mention. And if we were to make a suggestion on the basis of this being BitAngels, it would be that perhaps the founders might consider some of the things they're doing in relation to the technology that we're basing what we do on. There are elements to the Right Path offering that might actually bear translation into the space. For example, Nick suggested.
Since you don't have any crypto in it, I figure you're going to put 2 precision balls on the guy's eyeballs. And then it's a crypto project.
And it's a real mummy. Then it's a real
On the other hand, more flippantly,
For the ferryman,
it was also suggested to speak, think in terms of things like putting death certificates on the blockchain.
So who's this?
Well, this was you.
No, what's
Oh no, I said already, Right Path. Right Path. Over and beyond that. No, do not come and try to bribe the judges. You've made our decision.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. The runner-up, yeah, we could see a clear path to this being a success is Venture OS, based on the exploitation of domains. Now, there is a winner and champion, if you will, that may go through to the next round.
Venture OS?
Yeah, number 2 is Venture OS.
Okay.
He ran away.
Chad had to leave. His wife, unfortunately, is having back surgery, and he has to be home. So
Okay.
but I'll let him know.
You probably owns the domain.
And the winner.
That's the best private wealth manager I think anybody here can have right now. Someone else sticks up for you on your pitch night.
And the winner, drum roll, please.
And the winner, notable for having a clearly marked out and well thought out path to market. I think that was possibly
we agreed the strongest point, is actually the Web3 enabler.
Good photo. Congrats, Alex.
Okay. And then I just need my OGs and my judges here for just one more minute, and I promise you can leave. And I
Come on, photos. Everyone that presented.
We're just gonna sit here and geek out online and bring it to Peter Noir.
You got a professional here.
Okay. All right.
In the room. Let's go, MIT.
We got pictures. Okay. All right. And the last and final thing that I killed myself on today, so I hope it's as sweet and memorable for you guys as I intended. Oh, I thought we did the photo. Jeez.
1, 2, 3.
Maren, do you want to get in? Come on. Hurry.
Do you want to photo with everybody? Yeah, all the pictures.
Well, no, all the pictures, yeah.
All the pictures.
Meaning
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone
1, 2, 3, together.
1, 2. Oh wait, hold on.
Anyone want to pinch? Brian has some more time.
Eric dies. He wants to sit all right.
On the Miami Larry David.
You go there.
Don't go anywhere, sir.
All right. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, together. Oh,
Silver.
okay. Thank you. Okay, and the final tribute. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, I need the camera for just a moment. You guys to the side, but I'm gonna need you like right here, just right. And I keep just my OGs and my judges up here, please. Judges and OGs. Okay, here we go. Okay. So all the story about the OGs, who was here building, I need you guys out of the live stream, please. So we're actually on camera. Okay. So I created something that I hope is very memorable, just to honor all the people that have worked tirelessly. Some of us behind the scenes for a long time, like Artie or whoever. But anyways, this is a legacy wall.
Is it BitAngels redacted?
It is a tribute to the pioneers breeding innovation. All right, you know what? I'm going to read it off my phone. Who has my phone? Thank you. No, actually, it's my phone. Okay, ready? Okay, yes, okay, here we go. Can we please stay out of the live stream? All right, here we go. BitAngels event for BitAngels Miami 2026, the January edition, the first one for the kickoff of the year, because this is going to be the most badass build year, and we're building in Miami. So this is, and you're getting it in a minute, attention whore. Okay, legacy wall, BitAngels. This event is brought to you by very pleased to invite my culture godmother. Okay, with the Miami Hack Group. A tribute to the pioneers breeding innovation in crypto, digital assets, and AI, driving economic development for the benefit of humanity. Right, that's what we're here for. Economic opportunity and some level of sovereign freedom. Right, it comes from that. Special shout out to the Miami OGs, who put Miami on the map as one of the top crypto hubs globally. I think we were stronger a few years ago until Dubai did a bunch of cool stuff, but we're coming back. We'll be going to the top 3s again, mark my words. So thank you all. It's a legacy wall, so we're going to spread it out over here, and we're going to have you guys sign it. All of my Miami OGs, Artie, Julio, everybody, Kavi, and then, of course, the Spanoses and the Stewards and Brian Burkeen. So thank you very much to everything that you've done. We've come a long way, and we've got a long way to go. All right, so geez, sign this and go to the more or go to whatever you're going to do.
A sunny place for shady characters.